Welcome back. It's great to be here tonight with some old players and some brand new players. We got some really good folks joining us, and we're just we actually got started a little bit late tonight, even though we always start perfectly on time. Tonight got a little bit shifted, but that's okay. I'm gonna let these guys jump right in. So take it away, Dakota.
Good evening. My name is Dakota. I'm from Oklahoma, and I will be playing Saleya, the Tabaxi rogue, who is a merchant by trade, but the kind that doesn't necessarily always deal above board, if you catch what the Tabaxi means. If you have purveyor of coin, I find whatever you are looking.
Hi, I'm Kaya. Allie. I'm playing Kaya. I'm from Minnesota. She's just your average, lightly haunted druid.
Awesome.
I am Cecina. I'm from Minnesota. I am playing a Tabaxi monk named Drum. He is very quiet and respectful and will do anything to help his friends.
Hi, I'm Corey. I'll be playing Sterling. She's a rogue urban bounty hunter, and her only true ally is her adopted human father. That's about it.
Awesome. And Dakota, could you introduce Sarah for us?
Sarah, also from Oklahoma, will be playing the part of Jape, a Tabaxi bard this evening. Unfortunately, will be with us momentarily and will introduce herself at that time. More appropriate.
My name is Joe. I am from Massachusetts, and I am playing Shaggy. She's a female Tabaxi monk. She likes to be left alone, and she doesn't take kindly to people poking fun at her.
So let's jump right in. Our adventurers find themselves making their way through the Neverwinter Woods. It's actually kind of mid-morning because of the trees and everything. It's kind of rays of light sort of breaking its way, and our adventurers actually are new adventures. They're setting out to go and explore the world and discover all the things there are. They have, thoughts of riches and various things that are of importance to them, and and as they're walking through the woods, um, on their way to their adventures, um, Kaya notices Kaya kind of looks up and sees something that's a little bit unusual. There's a large flock of birds flying to the east, coming from the west through the trees, and just frantically at great speed, just flying right past in the sky. And Kaya notices this.
Guys, the very large flock of birds flying
Flock,
towards
flock
the
of
east.
seagulls? And I ran.
Yeah, you can do a perception check if you want to see what kind of bird it is.
And that is going to be a not knowing shit. I rolled a 1. I am too busy singing I Ran So Far Away by Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah, so, so you're looking all on the ground for the birds. So as you begin to look, as Shalea is as she crawls out about these birds, like look overhead, Shalea looks right at the ground, and Shalea, you notice that there's lots of little tiny woodland creatures, things like hedgehogs and squirrels and rats and just little, just all, and you guys all of course see this as well, but this is all just running right from west to east. They're scampering underneath you.
That's not
Well, that's
good.
not something you see every day.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, I
So
don't think this is good, guys.
yeah, so it's about that moment that Shaggy, you're kind of almost you're able to keep your balance, but you're sort of brushed by by a large deer. And as this happens, you guys can see many medium-sized creatures, boars and deer and various things, all running frantically from the west to the east. And you can see that this is all around you now. The small animals, the medium animals, large animals, the birds, everything frantically going west to east.
Can I roll to climb the tree? See what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are they running towards something or away from something?
You're not.
I'm asking. I'm not asking. Not actually trying to defer.
Oh yeah. Now you, as a tabaxi, you should have a climb speed.
Coda.
Yeah, under it.
Okay, so who was it that climbed up the tree?
Sterling.
Okay.
Sit. I'm gonna sit.
Climbing is 20 feet.
Yeah.
So
So
I
you.
have a climbing speed of
Yeah. So
20
if you
feet.
if you can go 20 feet, you could do double your movement and make it all the way to the top.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
So when you get there, you can see when you get to the top. Are you focusing on the west where they're coming from, or looking toward the east where they're going to?
I want to look where they're coming from.
When you look where they're coming from, you can see that what would be about 150 feet from where you guys are now, the entire forest is engulfed in flames, and it's billowing black smoke, and the sky is almost blacked out with flying creatures. I mean, they are getting out of there.
Oh, sugar.
I think we should follow them, guys.
Yeah, I don't really feel like being roast kitty cat.
Yeah.
I would
Roast
say I
roast
could
cat.
Like
What?
with her on me.
I can't create enough water for that fire. So we should probably run.
Okay, so are you guys? Are you gonna casually walk? Are you gonna run? How do y'all want to?
I'm running this shit.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking
running.
Kitty don't like the fire.
Shaggy's already gone. You don't even see Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy's already gone.
He hopped on that deer and he's like okay, so yeah, as you guys you don't stick around to investigate any further. You go right with the animals. You fairly quickly you do feel like you put some amount of distance between you. I mean, it's not necessarily like you'd feel safe to hang out, but you were able to make some distance here. And as you come to the edge of the woods, you can see as y'all come right to the edge, you can see looking back. Everyone's able to see that now. Everyone's able to see that the forest is completely on fire. But in front of you, as you're facing the east way, you can actually see sort of rolling hill. You went from being really tight in the woods and, kind of hard to move around. You have to kind of stay on the path. To all of a sudden now it's a big open field, rolling hills, grass, and down not too far, maybe about 200 feet away, you see a little cottage. And it's got a little chimney, and there's a little stream of smoke coming out down at the base of this hill.
Is it
Well-
in danger of being swept up in the fire?
The grass is fairly tall. I mean, like the fields is kind of full of tall grass. It doesn't necessarily look dried, but if you want to do a survival check to see if your character would assess that the house might be in danger, you can do that. Yeah. So as your character, with the knowledge that your character has at this time, you do feel a sense that whoever's in this little house would probably be engulfed in the residual flames, as it would have enough heat to actually burn up, new grass. It's that. So yeah, your character would assess that would be a problem for them.
It's a fire and fire hot, yo.
Yeah.
We
I'll
should
just be like-
probably go warn them.
Yeah, I'll just be like, we've got to get him out of here, and just
Dodge.
take
Sure.
off running.
Okay. Does Okay. Who?
Yelling fire the whole time.
I would like to go to the front door and knock.
Yeah. Okay. So, is anyone not going to the house? Okay.
I'd actually like to check and see if there's any way for me to notice if the front door has any sort of mystical.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So let me get you guys there, and then we'll. Okay. So everybody is sort of going to the house here now. Just to give you a little heads up, the map that you're seeing is not really to scale, and of course, actually, a lot of you aren't even seeing it at all. So it won't affect a lot of you. But so don't think of it more of representation than any kind of perfect thing. So yeah, as you guys come up, you guys. Yeah, we got somebody here.
Yay!
Hey, is that
Sarah's
Sarah?
online.
Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
This
Hey,
is a Sarah.
yeah, give me just a second here, and I'll have an opportunity for you to introduce your character. Okay, so you guys, you can see this, and you're thinking, oh, we need to warn this person. So you run down, and you see this little cottage. The cottage, I don't want to say it's run down, but it does look very old. So the cottage is
Rustic.
old. Yeah, there's the door. You see a porch. You can see the door. You can see one window. You can't really see through the window because the curtains are drawn. And so I think one of you had talked about you were interacting with the door. I think that was Shalea.
This is Salea, yes, I shall knock.
Yeah. So you knock on the door, and you hear this little faint voice. 1 minute, my dear, I'm coming. And so just a second or two passes, and the door opens up, and I hope I can describe her well. Those of you that are on Roll20 can actually see the image, but I'm going to try to describe it. So picture an elderly woman with eyes that kind of smile, like her eyes naturally have a smile to them. She has gray hair up in a bun. She's wearing a sort of a cloak, like a thick dress that has very intricate design to it. I don't want to steer your character wrong and say like it's fey design, but it's definitely woodland, design. Things like
It evokes a feeling of the forest.
yeah, exactly. There you go. And she's holding. So it doesn't necessarily look raggedy, but it does look old. It looks like an old dress, and as you guys look, and she has this smile on her face, you can tell that she's not looking at you. And your characters can assess that while she's looking in your direction, her eyes aren't focused on you. Your characters, without any kind of roll, would be able to perceive that she's blind, that she doesn't actually see out of her eye. Y'all could see that by the way that she's looking. And actually, again, as this door opens up, she's like, "Oh, my dears, you finally made it. I have been waiting. Come inside, come inside." And she's ushering you in. Let me give you one pointed thing to notice about her that I didn't mention. She has, part of how you knew she was blind is she's using a cane to sort of tap around. And this cane, so while the house is kind of old and her clothes are old and she's old, this cane actually has a head of a cat. Those of you that are rogues, you can see that this is gold. The head of this staff is gold, and there's golden
Immediately
bands,
interested.
and gold is weaved around it. You can tell that the staff itself is made out of fine ivory. The reason that this catches your eye is this doesn't match the look of the house or her look. Maybe it was a
It clashes
gift.
with the motif.
Right, exactly.
It's very uncool, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, quite.
So anyway, so she welcomes you in and says, "Come in, my dears. Come in, my dears. I'm so glad you're here." And as she's doing that, you guys catch a glimpse of this because you can see inside enough to see this. You see that there's a fireplace with a beautiful woven tapestry hanging above it, and you can see a table with 6 bowls sitting on the table. Inside the fire, you can see a big black pot that appears to be heating some kind of liquid. You can see some steam. And here's something that would strike all of your characters, that her seat is sitting next to the fire. And you can tell it's hers because it's got her cloths and things like that on it. However, in the shape of sort of a moon or a half moon around the fire is 6 seats. Either she just happened to have 6 seats, or it's kind of odd. It almost looks prepared. And this is what you see as she's welcoming you in. She says, "Come in, come in. I have some milk for you." And she's rushing off, and she's beginning to scoop into the bowls warmed milk. So, okay, so go ahead. I'll give you guys a chance to talk now. Sorry.
I'm going to look at one of the other tabaxi and go, she's human, right? How do they speak? Shit is burning, yo. Yeah, is that how they speak?
I think that's a
God,
bit
humans.
soliloquy.
And yeah, so as you guys see this, she comes up because Saleha was sort of up front. She comes up to you, Saleha, and she says, come my dear, I'm so glad that you made it." And she hands you a bowl of warmed milk, and she points to one of the chairs.
I am immediately torn because yes, milk. I'm like, but there's a fire, and we are in immediate burning distance of said fire, and I would like not to be roast kitten.
So as you say this about the fire, she seems to not. Again, she's looking at you, but her eyes aren't looking at you. But she's like, yes, my dear, come on, come quickly. Let's enjoy. Come quickly.
Okay. You seem crazy and like you know more than you see more than we can, despite the not seeing thing.
And
I will follow you.
And so as she ushers you to one of the seats, and you can take whichever one you want, she grabs another bowl and scoops out another bowl of milk, and she takes it over to Kaya. You're tapping around. She accidentally kind of hits your foot. She not in an aggressive way. She just tap. "Oh, here, my dear," and she hands you a fresh bowl of warmed milk.
Thank
And
you.
welcomes you to have a seat. And oh, go ahead.
Oh, I sit down and just look around suspiciously.
Okay, and then she and she kind of is a little bit. She's tapping around, and she's like, "My dears, come in quickly, And she grabs a bowl and hands it to Sterling. Or did that?
Yes, to hurry. Roast kitten tastes disgusting.
I apologize, ma'am, but I believe that we're in danger. There's a forest fire out here.
Yes, there is danger. Come, I'm so glad you came. Come, please have some milk. Come on. Yes.
No, I'm not coming.
It's okay. I told her in her native tongue. Shit's burning you. Yeah, that's how they speak, right?
I don't feel like being roast kitten.
So as you're saying that, she's sort of putting the bowl of milk in your hand and sort of welcoming you on, and she reaches over to Drum, and Drum, she grabs you by the paw and says, come my dear, and she pours you a bowl of milk and hands it to you and points to the seat. Yes, there's a danger. Come on, let's have a seat.
I very carefully take the bowl a little with being touched, and I sit down.
Okay. And now, so Sterling, are you still outside, like being like, what's wrong? Where did your character end up?
I'm standing right there at the door. I am super torn about going in because I don't want to drink this lady's milk. It's probably poisoned.
When so assuming that
Poison
your
or fire, take your choice.
So assuming that your character would have probably, is probably looking back and checking back and forth, you can see that the fire has made it's not at the edge. It's not at the edge of the woods yet, but it has made an advancement. It's not you can see that like your concern is definitely a real concern because it has advanced. It's not necessarily advancing like a fuse, but you can I'm saying if your character is concerned about that, you can see that it has advanced a bit. That at some time, probably within the next 30 minutes to an hour, it's probably going to engulf the entire forest. So I'm saying if you were sort of looking back, checking out, you would assess that. She walks over to Jape and says, "Oh, my dear, the lovely sounds of music." I'm assuming you play music. If you don't, you can change it. And she hands you a bowl and she says, "Please come in. I must hear about you. Tell me all about you. Catch me up on how it's been going. I must hear from my lovely Jape."
The crazy old lady has delicious milk.
How did she know your name?
So
I'm not entirely sure.
and so you guys and so as you say that, you're like, how do you know her name? And she's like, come, I want to hear. And she's like, and those of you that are talking, she's sort of like shushing you down. She's almost treating you guys like as if you're like little kids or something, So to Jay, she's like, shush, come on, my dear, let me know. Tell me about what you've been up to.
Well, the most recent event has been getting my pearly white fur singed.
Oh. Oh, and you
by
have
the fire that's right outside.
You have such a lovely coat, and she looks to see, and then what would she see? Did you actually catch, or are you saying that figuratively? Like, what would she see as she looks at your what?
I'm assuming nothing, being blind and all.
Yeah, you're gonna make a good point. Thank you for pointing that out. So she feels. So you can tell that she's sort of feeling. She's feeling your tail.
She would see a mostly fluffy, pure white cat.
Yeah. So
a couple of singe spots.
Yeah. So that's what she's sort of. You can see that's sort of what she's. When I say she sees, then of course she's doing like that. She's sort of feeling your tail, and you can see that she almost has a concern. About that you got singed. So where would she feel some singe spots? Where would she feel that?
Probably a little bit on the tail.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit on the arms
and she feels and she goes, "Oh, your lovely coat. This simply won't do. It simply won't do." And you can tell that there's almost a concern in her eyes that your tail has been singed. And she goes over to Shaggy and she makes a bowl of milk, and she actually you could tell that she puts a little extra in there, and she goes over and she hands it to Shaggy and says, I put a little extra in for you, and she hands it to Shaggy.
Thanks. Yeah, and I'm just gonna sit it on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll sit down on the floor, the bowl next to me.
Sure.
I'm drinking it. Not
Yeah.
yet.
So she sits down and she says, my dears, we simply do not have a lot of time. So she so here you so those that are sitting, or maybe some of you are standing, y'all have each taken a seat. Some have drank the milk, some have not. She doesn't necessarily know whether you did or didn't. She sits down in her chair and sort of has like a little knit thing that she's clearly been working on. The tapestry that you saw above the fireplace looks to be, y'all would assess that maybe you see several things around that clearly she knits things. And she says, she looks at you and she says, I am, she said, I'm so pleased that you have made it. I knew you would come. And she says, let me ask you, my dears, are all of your lives intact? Have any of you met an unfortunate fate? And she seems to be genuinely asking if any of you guys, your characters aren't necessarily.
I had to go to Waterdeep once. That was fairly unfortunate.
Your characters know that she's asking you, like, if you've died, like if you're an undead. I mean, that's how she's expressing it. And that that may or may not strike you as odd, but that's just she's genuinely asking. So,
No, asking if you're dead is pretty odd to me. Yes,
Yeah.
I was just trying to avoid the
but
connotation.
are you okay? Are you okay?
Last time I checked, I haven't died.
And she goes,
Ever?
that is, and she just lights up, and she's like, that is wonderful news. And she kind of goes a little bit to each of you, Kaya, kind of looking, my dear, are you intact? Are you okay? Are you strong?
Fairly.
And and again, she smiles
Okay.
at this, and to Sterling, she turns, dear, are you intact?
I'm fine, but I'm really concerned with your mental stability.
Can you say that again? Sorry.
I'm fine, but I'm really concerned with your mental stability.
When you say that, she kind of is sort of like you're saying these things to her. Y'all asked her a couple of questions, and she kind of like you
Never
said, she
answered
goes, yeah,
anything.
she's like, oh, that's so lovely to hear. And she and she talked to Jape, and Jape, you and she looked at Jape. She said, my dear, you kind of told her, but she asked you again. Have you had any unfortunate loss of life?
I do not believe I've had to be revived in the past ever.
And she
But that
she's
fire is getting rather
so
close, so
so
I mean,
excited.
there is that.
Yeah. So if on that.
That might change shortly, yes.
Yeah. So then she approaches Shaggy, and the same question, Mary. You know, is every have you and she says, have you lost anything? I think Joe may be back with us. I think Joe would answer probably no. He's fine. So as you guys have kind of said this, it definitely strikes your characters at odd. Your characters also would feel that she seems to be speaking to you guys like as if she knows you and was expecting you, and that would definitely strike your character as odd. And then
Oh, no, that clicked.
then she looks at you and says, I'm so pleased to hear that all of you are intact and doing well. You're strapping adventures. I'm so proud of where you are. My dear, I had hoped that this day would not come for many years, that you would grow to be so strong and so
I'm
powerful.
looking out the window.
And then she says, who was looking out the window?
I'm gonna look it out the window, Sterling.
Okay, yeah. So Sterling, when you go, if you open the window, now the door is actually. Do you want to go out the window or the door?
Well, is the door still open?
I mean, yeah, you could go out the door.
Okay, I would like to step outside the door, make sure the fire's not right there.
So when you step out, you see that the fire, before you felt like you had maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. Now you maybe have like 40 minutes to 55 minutes. It has advanced, but it hasn't. It's advancing, but not
encroaching.
Yeah, you can
crazily.
see that it's moved slightly closer in the 5 minutes that you spent with her. And she says, quickly, my dear, come sit down. I must tell you. And she ushers you back in, if you would, or you can run, whatever you want to do. So so she says, this would kind of catch your character's ear. She said, I'm afraid that she said, I hope that this day would come much later, but unfortunately we are on dark times, and as you've all said as you come in, danger is right around the corner and closing in quickly. And she says, the dragon of the Citadel unfortunately has hatched, and it's better, I think, to deal with them when they're young. I had hoped so much, my dears, that we could have this conversation when you were older and stronger and had more times, but as you all have said, our window of opportunity is closing so quickly. We must act fast. So I implore you, I implore you, as you go, to cleanse the citadel of this dragon. Do not give in to your curiosities. That you must control yourself. You must control the urges that you have, my dear, because I'm afraid that while you are able to handle this, I fear that your curiosity may get the best of you. And then she looks, and Sterling, if you're right at the door, this would definitely catch your attention as she's saying this. And she says this to all of you. She says, be wary of the nature of your curiosity. For if you cleanse the citadel of this dragon, I'm afraid that it's the curiosity that you should fear, because things that appear as such are not what they seem. And such things seem are as they appear, and appear such wondrous things. And as she says this, she stands up and she takes her cane and she taps the bottom of that pot. And when she does, the milk spills into the fire. And now, Sterling, you see this in more detail than they do. You guys see this bright green flame come out, and it almost instantly blinds you. Sterling, you're not instantly blinded by it, but you can see that what you would see to them is that this light just brights their face, and then they shine just completely like a green hue, a bright green hue. And it's at this moment that it illuminates to you, and you, as you're able to see the scene, your sight goes, and all of you are blinded. You also all feel a sudden feeling of weightlessness. Now, let me ask you something practical on your character. Saleya, did you drink the milk? I think you said you did, right?
Oh yeah, straight up. I was
Okay.
I was actually getting ready to say I would look, while she was speaking, I would immediately look up with milk dripping from
Yeah.
the fur around my chin and go, is that a fucking racist cat pun?
And
Curiosity killed the cat.
and
Humans.
and Kaya, did you drink the milk, your character?
No.
Okay. And Drum, did your character drink the milk?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Sterling, did your character drink the milk?
Not a chance.
And Jape, did your character drink the milk?
She was too busy being confused, and then
Yeah.
the fire turned green whenever she poured milk in it. Nah, hell nah.
Yeah. Okay. And Shaggy, did you drink the milk?
I did not.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Drink
So-
the Kool-Aid, it'll be fine.
Wow, I feel very special for being like
So,
one of
this
two
is-
that fucking drank the milk.
This is what
Seriously though,
this is what you guys.
it was good fucking milk.
Yeah.
Say, hey, a crazy blind lady was expecting me out of nowhere. I mean, shit. All right, fuck, I'll drink her milk. She didn't seem at all completely nonplussed about the raging inferno outside. All right,
So
So-
now she
I'll
had
milk.
that
Candy in
milk.
my windowless van if you want some.
So you guys.
Free candy.
There's a
You guys
difference
have-
between anticipating and expecting the company that arrives at your door in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So you guys have a feeling of weightlessness. Now the feeling is significantly different for Saleya and Drum. Saleya and Drum, you guys feel like you're almost floating down, like as if on a cloud of air or something. You're just gently floating. But you actually are looking, and it feels like you're in this large, almost like a well, and you're descending down. You are able to see the bottom as you slowly descend. You can see that you are headed to the bottom, and it's about this moment that you feel rush past you very quickly. You feel a whoosh as you can see a tabaxi body fly right past you, and you see whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You see these 4 tabaxi bodies just go right, and you guys are going like in slow motion, and you see these bodies descend really quickly, and you guys would, it may be so fast you're not exactly sure who it is. You can attest by the tail that these are tabaxis, and you see as you're about 60 feet
I
up,
can put
you
after
see,
about 2. I can put 2 and 2 together.
yeah, you can see that these 4 tabaxis slam against the ground, and they
That is
completely just
not going to feel
explode,
good.
almost like watermelon, just guts everywhere,
Ew.
just splatter. So four have completely splattered, and you guys right now you're 60 feet up. Within a few seconds, as you guys are slowly descending, within just a few seconds, you see each of the 4 bodies that are clearly mangled. I mean, you can't even tell. It's just goo. You see
Wet
each of the
slop
4
on the floor.
immediately
Motherfucker.
turn into 4 green flames. Just poof, they just burst into flame.
Jesus.
And
Jesus Christ,
and
what the hell that is?
So at this point, you guys are about 30 feet away, and you actually feel almost a little bit like you might fall and hit one of these flames. But it's about that moment that um, it's about that moment that Kaya, you come to, and you find that all your spell slots are returned. Your health is 100%, but you need to check off one of your hearts on your 9 lives.
Okay.
Sterling, the same thing. You find yourself up here. You knew that you were gonna hit, y'all. But basically, what your character knows is you just hit something really hard, and boom, you are back up. Now, let me say this: as you guys, you can't really see the screen, so let me describe to you the room. The room is a circular room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, let's say the 8 8 squares, 8 squares by 8 squares in a circle, basically is like the size of the room. So as you guys come up, we don't need to necessarily mess with it right this moment, but you would be able to appear 30 feet anywhere you want. It doesn't necessarily affect you now, but just to let you know that mechanic, you don't have to appear in your same spot. You could appear almost like a misty step. But anyway, so Sterling, same thing. You come up, you find all your spell slots are returned. You're at full health, completely restored, but you need to check off one of your hearts. And then also Jape, same thing. Back up, all your spell slots restored, full health, but you want to remove a heart. And Shaggy, same thing. You're fully restored. All your health is back. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I got you.
Okay.
I did it.
Okay. So if you guys would really help keep track of those hearts. Okay. So we should have Kaya, Sterling, Jape, and Shaggy are down a heart. Is it this moment that Shalea and Drum, you safely are there? Y'all saw this happen. You saw your friends fall. You saw them splatter. You saw them catch on flame. You saw them appear back completely as normal.
That milk was
by
some
the
crazy
9
shit.
divines.
Yeah.
By the 9 divines. What in the flying fuck was that? And then I throw up on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you, go ahead.
Shaggy just like reappears and just like lets out a loud like just like starts clawing at the walls trying to
So as you're going for the walls, you can see that this is a round room, and so you have north, south, west, and east. So in the southwest, Shaggy, you would see a door. In the northwest, you would see a door, and in the east, you would see a door. So you see a door over here, a door here, and a door up here. So if you're clawing on the walls, where would you? I mean, because you're able to see in Roll20, can you tell me where you would be clawing?
Are we still seeing living room parlor type thing?
No, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you could see Roll20. Yeah, and thanks, and
I
help.
am on Roll20.
Yeah, help remind me. Yeah, thank you. Help remind me to describe to them better. So yeah, now you guys are in this stone, like a dungeon, a castle.
Room.
Yeah, like a circle room. If you look up, you can't even see where the top is. You're not sure how far y'all fell. But you see this round room, and it's got 3 doors. Yeah, so Shaggy, if you're looking around on the walls, you also can see splattered bodies about of other things, like other like would be like adventures that are not
I told
Tabaxi.
y'all that was
Can
not a
I
good idea.
recall exactly who drank the milk and who didn't? Like,
You wouldn't necessarily know other than asking, because y'all weren't. I don't know that you guys were necessarily watching each other that closely, but you could ask. Yeah, you could say like if you're trying to figure out what's going on, you could ask that question.
yeah, I'm gonna go to the ones that splat and go, did you drink the milk? You didn't drink. Did you drink the milk?
Nope.
Obviously, I didn't
Milk.
drink the milk.
No, and we paid the damn
Well,
price for it with the crazy lady.
well, that's why I was
Creepy old
making that
ladies.
connection.
The
It
one
looks like
time
Why are you
not
being
taking
weird?
other people
I'm
didn't
going to
save my
scrape
life.
some of the goo off of the former people off of my foot and go, yeah, it appears that you aren't the only ones that did not drink the milk.
And um, so the other ones you
All
can see
right,
that they're
Kool-Aid Man.
You
okay.
should have drank the milk. It's good for your bones, and not dying.
So you guys, so again, it's supposed to be a little bit confusing to you guys. You met this old lady. She talked about a young dragon in a citadel, and next thing y'all know, you're like plopped right here, and you're
Oh
you're
no,
here,
I'm
and
fairly
there's
confused.
yeah there.
It has been
I'm
accomplished.
starting to think the old lady might not have been crazy.
Oh no, she was fully crazy. There's no doubt about
Anyone
that.
know who the fuck
There was a
that
method to her
Just
was?
because they are crazy does not mean they are not necessarily right.
There's no method to that
She
madness. She
just
just
So
fucking
mad.
horrible.
so those that are drawing a map, you would want to draw yourself sort of a large circle, and there's a door to the southwest, a door to the northwest, and a door to the east. And you guys are sort of scattered about in the room. But Shaggy, when you talked about going to the walls, can you tell me where, if you went to mess around with the walls, where did you go?
Like the northeast door.
Okay,
Northwest door, I mean.
yeah. So if you went to the northwest door, okay, yeah. So now are you opening that door or?
Well, I'm gonna like investigate the door first.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Look around it.
Can I
13.
check for?
Yeah, so it just basically appears to be a door to you. Yeah, go ahead. Who wanted to check next?
Can I check for magic?
Yeah.
Like an Arcana check.
Are you checking on something specific?
No, I just want to see if there's any magic in the air.
It
I know I
probably
don't
do you
have
do you
any
have detect
Arcana.
magic?
No, I don't.
If you
I
want
was
to,
just
so,
gonna
so
use
the
a
so the
regular
things
roll.
that, the things that you could sort of interact with magic, Shaggy's checking the Shaggy's checking the northwest door. There's a southwest door and an east door. I mean, if you want, so the things that you could probably interact with and kind of really look at would be like if you were going to check the doors for something. Other than that, it would just be you'd be looking in a room. If you want to do
Okay.
that,
I
that's
think she
okay.
was. I just to clarify, I think she was like looking for sigils or some kind of archaic
Yeah.
runes that would be a sign of magical interactions with the doors.
Yeah, so right, and so if you're looking for something like that, the only thing that would necessarily catch your attention in this room would be the doors. So you got southwest, east, and Shaggy's on the northwest one. There's 3 doors in the
Okay.
room.
I'll
So
go check
these
the
3
east
doors
door.
are they identical?
Well, let me describe as you guys check it. So which one did you check?
I'm gonna check the east door.
Okay, and what's your character?
A rogue, Sterling.
Okay, Sterling. Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. So as Sterling goes to the east door, all right. So you want to do like sort of a magical check on this one?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just want to see if there's any Arcana or anything
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you go here to this door, so this door, basically it pretty much looks like a wooden door. There is a symbol that looks like a dragon on it. and you can. It looks like to be like sort of carved in it, and you can do an Arcana check if you want.
Um, 16.
Yeah, so you're able to tell that the door doesn't seem to be magical in nature at all. It pretty much looks like a door, just a door. You could open it. Um,
So I'm not necessarily one to investigate, the door itself to see anything about it. I just want to know if the doors are in any way different from each other.
yeah. Okay. So if you go around and you look at the door, the one where Sterling is at, it has a dragon. The one where Shaggy is would have uh, a dragon that appears to be that particular one has sort of electrical bolts, like you could see, like it's almost like the shape of it sort of carved in the shape of I don't know, out of bolts or something, real sharp, jagged things are creating this art. The one at the southwest appears to be. You actually described it better than me, Dakota. When you were talking about her forest-like design, that one on that door, there's a design like a forest-like design of a dragon made with leaves and things like that. Um, so that's what you'd notice about the door. The one where Sterling is doesn't necessarily seem like any kind of special door, but the other two, one seems to be carved out of like lightning. The one at the southwest is sort of woodland like.
Do we all notice that, or just them?
The ones
I'll
if-
point it out.
Yeah.
So I'll point it out so that
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah,
Like, that one's
I like
foresty, that one's electric-y, and that one's like pretty chill, I
I
guess. I
say
don't
we
know.
use the
Yeah, go ahead.
forest door.
do what?
I say we use the forest door. It's pretty.
The tree is like,
Well, I mean, the forest was on fire the last time we were there. You don't want to
We could open it. It doesn't mean we're gonna walk through it.
If I remember correctly, she did say that things are not always as they appear, and some things are sometimes as they appear. I don't know. It was all very confusing. She seemed to say the opposite thing repeatedly.
who that
So
was
I not
so this is that's Shalea, right?
yes.
So Shalea, as you're telling them, you're saying, I remember her, like as you're saying, I remember her telling us to be really careful. Give me a straight D20 curiosity compels you check. So it's a straight D20 roll. So he's telling all
19.
y'all to, you need to be careful. Things aren't what they seem. Just a straight D20. Don't add anything to it.
19.
Okay, yeah, and you and so as you feel like you should, like you can see Kaya is sort of looking at you like, hey, we really need to go check the forest door out. You're able to stand up to your principles, and you're no, I want to be more cautious, and you're able to do whatever you want.
Can I check the east door for traps?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me just an investigation check.
Survival instincts.
A 12.
Yeah, so it looks like a normal door. It does have a carving of a dragon like the others. It's just this particular one doesn't seem to be, specifying anything. But yeah, it looks like a normal door.
There's no damn traps.
Your character doesn't feel there's there's nothing that makes you think it's anything other than a door.
Well, guys, why don't we just each open a door?
What's the symbol on
I agree.
on the northwest door?
On the northwest door is a dragon drawn out of what would look like these are like carved. This is like carved into the wood. You're not even sure that this was originally there, but it like with jagged edges, almost like lightning strikes have been designing it. The one that Kaya was talking about also is carved, but it's very elegantly carved. The one where you're at, Shaggy, is not quite so elegantly carved. Okay, so what? All right, so let me jump into your initiative here and see what you guys want to do. So, Shalea, what do you want to do?
All right, so it said curiosity is kind of like that, kills the cat because she's racist.
Yeah.
But I mean, she said, "Hey, go kill a dragon and take drugs, kill a bear." I mean, whatever it is. Nothing's what it seems. So the nice drawer should be pretty shitty. So I'm just gonna walk through the shitty door since there's nothing else to do in here.
Okay. So now you're talking about the one that was just sort of plain looking. So as you open the door, what you see is a room that is about 30 feet by 20 feet square, and then almost to the center is some stairs leading up across the room. Other than that, the room pretty much looks empty. So right now you're at the top of the stairs. It would take you 20 feet of movement to cross the room over to the stairs that are leading up.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna kind of stand in the doorway and go, "Guys, there's some stairs in this one. I don't know if you guys want to stick your head in the other one, but I think curiosity kills cats, and I don't want to."
I thought
Dick
that
with
was
that.
racist.
It is racist. I'm not the one that made the racist rules. I'm just the one that has now to play by them.
Okay.
I want to
But
look
satisfaction
through.
brought it back.
I want to look in the pretty leaf dragon door.
Yeah. So as Kaya goes over, okay, and how do you? What do you want to do? Just open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
So
step
as you
into the actual room
reach
just
in,
case shit goes south.
as you reach down and you turn the knob, you take 28 points of poison damage.
Yeet.
Your character is aware of this mechanic. Now the players don't know this mechanic, so this is just for you. You're aware that when you turn the knob, as you turned it, a spike came out from the center of the knob and stabbed you and poisoned you. And you guys see your friend walk over the door and instantly turn into a green flame. You see she is
Yeet.
immediately a green flame. Now,
Maybe it would have been a good idea to get the rogue to check
You're-
for traps.
you're also able now, Kaya, as you turn into this green flame and you guys see this, you are now able to appear 30 feet from where you can see. You can appear in the same spot. Your character is well aware of, so you know that if you turn, here's what I'm trying to explain. You know if you turn the knob by putting your hand on it, there's this thing going to come out and stick you. If you take your fingers and, do it that way, you understand the mechanic of the trap but you can appear in the same area, you can appear somewhere else, but that's how you'd end your turn. So what do you want to appear?
I no longer trust
I'm
doors.
going to appear as far back from the door as I can.
Yeah, so you guys see like Kaya walk over to this door, turn into a green flame, and then appear like where she started. And
Yeet, motherfuckers.
It's now Drum's turn. So Drum, you're in a round room. You've got Shaggy on the north west door. Kaya went to the southwest door, and Sterling and Shalea is on the east door that is open, and y'all can see that it goes to some stairs leading up.
Okay, is there a door that hasn't been?
Well, the one in the
Lightning
southwest hasn't been opened.
But I just saw Kaya die there.
Right now,
You
Kaya.
saw her get brutally murdered, yes?
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
Kaya's.
stay away from that door.
So when you say that, if you would give me a straight D20 roll.
11.
Okay. So Kaya, you can see that she walked straight over that door, and you can have an opportunity to tell her the information before she reaches it, if you want.
Oh, I'm not going to that door. I said I'm gonna stay away.
I don't know. I'm saying so. There's a mechanic in here that's
Are you
curiosity.
going to warn anyone about it?
It's curiosity
Oh,
compels
right, gotcha.
you. You didn't want to go to the door, but
I went.
something
But suddenly you
compelled
find
you.
yourself.
Yeah, suddenly you just
That
feel
makes sense.
compelled to do it, and so Kai, you get to
Okay.
decide if you want to let her know.
Use the outside of the door handle. Don't put your hand towards the middle. It will stab you.
Okay, so I go and open it from the outside of the handle. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
so yeah, when you do that, you actually see that you can see when you turn it, you see the little needle come out. It doesn't get you. And as the door opens, you can see a room that is about 20 feet from west to east by 40 feet north to south. And you also see these sort of blighted vines coming out. So in this room, you can see across the room is a door, and it's a large door that's made like a dragon. And underneath the door is these vines are coming out from it. The mechanism of the door, you can see there's a big dragon head, and its mouth is open, and there's a like a ring on the dragon's nose. Even from where you're standing, you can see that the mechanic of this would be to, if you pull the ring, shut the dragon mouth, the door would open. You can assess that. But right now you're standing all the way at the other end.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move all the way to that door then and try and open it.
Yeah, you're able. So from where your movement was, you're able to make it to about 10 feet from the door, and that would be that'd be kind of where you can get. Let's see. So 1 second. Let me get that was Sound of Drums, right? So when you get 10 feet from the door, you can hear a little bit of you can't quite make it out, but you can hear some chattering through the door, like some sounds, like little bits and broken pieces of voice.
If I were to yell that back, would they be able to hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of I hear voices in this room.
As soon as you say that, the voices immediately are silent.
Oh no.
And Sterling. So Sterling, right now you're at the east door. You can see that
Are you at the board or am I?
What's that?
Oh, I'm sitting here singing all these different songs at every opportunity, and she's like, "Am I the bard or are you?"
So Sterling, you're looking at that room. It's 20 feet by 40 feet, and you can see across the room. So it'd take you basically 20 feet of movement to get across the room. You can see some stairs leading up.
I'm gonna move towards Soleil. I'm not gonna go up the stairs yet. I'm just gonna move through that door and hang out with him. I don't want to go anywhere near
Welcome
that
to the
other
group
door.
that chooses life. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna stay in the round room and not go into that room?
No, I think both Soleil and I have moved into the other room.
Slay, you moved in the room? I thought you said you stood at the door.
Yeah, I'm saying no. I'm still staying at the door. But
he's
I'm
at the door.
Oh, okay.
You guys are
Then
both
I'm just
standing at the
gonna
door.
stay right there with him. I don't want to do anything else yet.
Okay. Okay, and then Jape. So you're up and you're kind of in the corner there. You can see Shaggy at one door. Then y'all heard Sound of Drums going in the southwest door, and you can see Sterling and Chalet at the east door.
Just gonna nod thoughtfully and go towards the shitty door.
Okay. Do you
Wait,
want to
the
go?
the one that goes
Okay.
stabby, or the one that may or may not go shocky?
The one you're at.
Oh,
So
okay.
so yeah. So you can. So basically,
The shitty door.
you can see Sterling, and you see Chalet and Jape all standing at the door.
Saleya.
Saleya, y'all are all standing at that door, all right there at that door. So, Jape, do you want to? You can see it's 20 feet across, and there's a stairs going up. So far, everyone's just standing at the door.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Well, it's your turn, and they both said no.
I was just waiting on everyone else before I did anything else because I wanted to see if anyone else was curious enough about the third
Yeah.
door.
Yeah, nobody.
I'll start with trying to, tossing a little gold piece into
Okay.
the room.
Yeah, roll a strength check, and let's see how far you can do it.
Oh, that's not gonna go very far.
I mean,
6.
Yeah. So yeah, you actually are able to.
Strength is a dumb stat.
You're able to make it about halfway in the room, and it's sort of the coin lands about halfway into the room there. And yes, so you
I
know
was just kind
it
of seeing
tinks
if
there.
it would like trigger something.
Nothing seems to be triggered. You can hear it land there. You can even see it.
Fantastic. I'm gonna double check the door jam, like the typical roguish stuff. Whenever I'm entering somewhere I'm not necessarily supposed to be,
Yeah.
something I do fairly frequently.
Let,
And then
let,
before entering.
let me get Shaggy real quick, and then I'll hit. So Shaggy, you're
Yep.
at that door, and what do you want to do?
So I'm at the dragon door with the
The
ring in
the
the nose.
the lightning carved dragon door.
Okay. So which door had the voices? And
Though
the
you would have
dragon
saw
ring?
the southwest door is the one where Sound of Drums went.
The one with the stabby.
She heard voices and she called out to you, but you but you know, but as soon as she called out, those voices sort of hushed. So yeah, you would know that she's found something down there. Yeah.
But which door had
I'm
the
gonna
dragon
say
head
yeah,
with
and
the
you would
ring?
have heard Kaya when Kaya called out about, hey, there's a trap on that door. Your character heard that too. You're
Yeah.
aware that you don't want to just put your hand on that knob and turn it, or you're gonna get stabbed. You know that. And
I
besides,
think
the
the door
door's
would
open
still be
anyways.
open at this time.
Yeah, it's open anyways.
All right, but you mentioned the door having a dragon carving with a ring in its
There are
nose.
3 doors in this room. You are currently in a circular room with 3 doors. You are standing in
that the
front of a
one that
door
I'm-
with a shocky looking dragon. We're standing in front of one with a shitty looking dragon, and she went through a door with a viney looking dragon that stabbed her. And now she's saying there are voices on the other side of that door, and you're still in front of the door that has never been opened.
So if you see, if you can see on roll 20 where Sound of Drums is, it's when you go for the southwest door. That's where you'll see the dragon door.
The only
I'm
thing
sorry.
I see on roll
I'm sorry.
20
I can understand where it's a little bit confusing. The dragon door that she's seeing is a door that has a dragon head. That the mechanic of the dragon head is like the locking mechanism.
And it is also beyond the viney stabby
Yes.
dragon door.
Right, beyond the viney. And if I didn't tell you this,
That's what I need to know. That's what I was wondering.
yeah. So yeah, and you could even sort of see in there from where you're at. I mean, you can see
All
the vines on the floor. You can see Drums standing there. You heard her call back to you. You would have had visual of all that.
All right, I'm gonna open the door that I'm in front of, but I'm gonna do one of those, like where you open and swing off to the side. So like I'm not standing directly in front of the door.
Yeah.
I kind of like open with it, so
Okay.
that way
Totally waiting
I
for him to
step
get
out
like
of the way
electrocuted
of
from it.
whatever might come out.
Yeah. Okay. Are you checking the door? Or are you just opening it?
Well, I checked it last time and you said it looked like a regular door.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you said there was no. I didn't see any traps or anything. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna open it. Yeah. So in the room that you guys are in, you could tell there's bits of rubble around. There's sort of splattered bodies and things like that. When you open this door, you can see that this also is a stoned hallway. It actually looks pretty long. It's about 10 feet north to south. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 50 feet across. So it's a pretty long hallway. It actually looks pretty clean though. It looks, I mean, like this has been taken care of. This like the room y'all are in is sort of like abandoned, but this particular room appears to be taken care of.
Yeah, so I was like, guys, this place looks pretty nice too. I know you guys got stairs, but I mean, this is a straight hallway.
What you see is a lie. Remember the witch or the blind lady with the milk that didn't kill us.
But you said what we see sometimes might be what it seems like.
I don't know. What does your curiosity tell you? Or then do the opposite of that.
I mean, if we're gonna go
Here.
with the really bad, with the really bad looking one might be really good, then we should go with the one with all the vines.
If you guys want,
Oh God, that's logical.
if you want to, Joe, roll a history check with advantage.
Who?
All right.
Shaggy. I'm saying as you're talking to him, give a history check with advantage.
Alright, hold on. I got kicked out of. For some reason, my computer's not connecting to Roll20, so let me roll regular dice then.
Yeah, regular dice fine.
Right, yes.
That's why I like regular dice, because Roll20 glitches
Your
out.
chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think something's wrong with my internet again. So with advantage.
Yes. History check with advantage.
Oh, 17.
Okay, so as you're, he's as Shalea is talking to you, and you're sort of telling him what the old lady said. You actually repeat it verbatim, and you're able to say that what she said was, things that appear as such are not what they seem, and such things seem as they appear, and appear such wondrous things. So you're able to. So I'll say that one more time. Things that appear as such are not what they seem, and such things seem as are they appear, and appear such wondrous things. That's what she said. So one of you guys was very poetic. Okay, so what do you want to do? So you got this. So now y'all got this room. I think everybody's. I think y'all have done a really actually good job of splitting up the party. Okay, what do you want to do, Jay? I mean, that
We're gonna die.
always. Well, you've already. I think just about everyone has already died except for Chalet and Drum.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do, Shaggy?
When the rogue and bard go off on an adventure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I follow you guys, but I mean, the most interesting one is that viney door with the dragon.
Yeah. So if you want to go there, your movement, you're able to make it all the way to Sound of Drums.
All right, I'll head over there.
Okay. All right. So now you and Sound of Drums are about 10 feet from this door. You're off to the side of it. You can see again, there's like a big metal dragon mouth that's open. There's like a ring on the nose that you could pull down, and the vines are coming up from underneath the door, and they're all over the floor. You guys are sort of standing on the vines right now. And now that takes us up to Chalet. Now, okay, so you guys, so just to let you guys know what you're seeing here. So Chalet, Sterling, and Jape have just sort of, Chalet and Sterling have stood at this door for a while now. Jape has actually just walked up. But Chalet, can you give me a curiosity compels you check?
Oh, all right.
I mean, in fairness, y'all been standing there for a long time.
Well, I was just waiting on them to decide if they're coming with me or not.
I know, go ahead.
Oh, and now there's also a piece of gold in there
Yeah.
for Chalet to follow.
Yeah. Yeah, now you see
I mean, to be fair, I was actually intending to go in there anyway. So
Yeah, no, it's
that's
okay.
what I'm being compelled to do.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll succeed and you'll do it anyways. What'd you get?
Hold on.
Curiosity.
That is a mighty powerful 6.
Okay, so yeah, maybe, you know what? You felt like you wanted to go. You second-guessed yourself, but you know what? You just go in the room. So where do you want to go? It's 20 feet across.
Cautiously, like I'm gonna keep eye out for dart spitting out of the side walls or some bullshit from Indiana Jones. And
yeah, so as you step in and you're kind of looking particular at the walls and the crevices, you do notice that a crevice, one kind of catches your eye, is a little bit odd, but about this moment, you drop 30 feet down and are skewered by a bed of spikes, and you take
Deja vu.
Yeah, you kind of
Deja vu damage.
yeah, you take 18 points of falling damage and 24 points of piercing damage.
I thought I got murdered.
Well, to be fair, I did not survive the fall long enough to feel the stabbing.
Okay, so I have to add something here real quick, and we'll get back to initiative. As he does this, Sterling, give me a curiosity compels you check.
I wonder what his bones look like at the bottom of this pit.
What'd you get, Sterling?
19.
Okay, and Jape, can you give me a curiosity compels you check?
I think that kind of killed my curiosity.
You'd think that.
No, 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 I
You're
know.
not
Watched
wrong.
him just
Yeah.
get fucking
Yeah, you saw it.
murdered.
Y'all totally saw that. What did you get on your check?
I got. It's just a straight D20, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
just straight D20.
That'd be a 14.
So you actually, you saw it and you know, and you just go right in after him. Same thing.
Huh?
So you just go right in
With
there.
a 14?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go right in,
Shit's hard, yo.
and you take
You're
the same thing.
How am I
It's
curious
20
about how he got murdered when I watched it?
24 points of piercing and 18 points of falling, and
Stabby, pokey.
yeah. So okay, so we're getting back up to Soleil. It's your turn. You instantly turn into a green flame, and you're able to appear 30 feet. Think of it like a misty step anywhere that you can see.
Yeah, I'm going to go right back to where I was before I went into the room and go, yeah,
Yes.
shit hurts, yo.
Yeah, see-
yeah, let's go this way. And then just immediately walk away.
Well, yeah. So when you
I regret nothing.
when you reappear, that sort of ends your movement. I mean, ends your turn.
Oh.
Kaya, you're up.
I am going to go up the viney dragon stairs.
Okay, yeah, this is okay. So you're able 5, 10, 15, 20. You're able to make it again within about 10 feet of that.
Okay.
Is that where you want to go?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are all together. Y'all still don't hear it. Go ahead. You can dash and you can do all kinds of stuff.
Would my quarterstaff reach to get the?
No, it's too far away to reach that. But basically in y'all's next move, y'all could easily make it there. Okay, so that now it's Drum. It's your turn. So Drum. You're about 10. You're on the side. You're not facing this door. You're on the side of it right now.
Okay, and it has the ring that has to be moved.
Your character can clearly see that by pulling the ring down, it would trigger the mechanism to open the door. That's pretty obvious.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the door, but kind of stay out of like the front of it and pull it down.
Okay, so as you're getting closer to the door, you can actually see into the other room a little bit. You can see about that far. I guess you can't see you don't see Roll20, do you?
No, I don't.
So you're able to sort of, like if you look through a keyhole, you can kind of see some of the room.
Yeah.
So you can see a little bit of a room. And as you're looking there, you take, let me see here. Okay, I guess your AC is higher than a nat 1. It'll be 1 plus.
Yeah.
That's all right, 3. 13. Does 13 hit?
No, I'm at a 15 AC.
Okay. That's 2. That's a miss. Jeez, you guys are so protected. Okay, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so I'm getting like a distinctive feeling of the hive from the first Resident Evil movie.
Yeah. So as you walk up and you see this, you see 3 arrows pass right by you. They like just whiz right by you, and you have this moment of like relief, and just as you sort of let your breath down, 3 arrows stick right inside of you, right in your chest. Boom, 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 and you take a total of 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay, there's one of my lives.
Did that totally kill you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who was that, Drums? That's the first time you
Yeah.
died, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys see Drums drop. You also see Drums, now where you are, you see
I
Drums
was like
turning.
immediately next to her, so I was just like, "Fuck me!"
Wait, who is that?
Celia. Celia was standing right next to her whenever she went up and stabbed or got yeeted by the arrows.
Was that, wait, no, I thought you were in the east door.
I died in the pit and then went back to the opening of the door where I went in.
Yeah, so that's at the
Is that
east
not
door.
Oh,
They're
okay.
all at the
I'm sorry.
they're at the southwest door. But yeah, you guys
I
see
thought
that
someone was with me though.
you guys you guys see yeah, they are. The Kaya and Shaggy are, but
Shaggy.
Okay.
you moved 10 feet away from them to get to the door. So they're not right next to you, but you guys do see her turn into a flame, and now you can reappear 30 feet. You can appear in the same space if you want, from wherever you want. So if you're not seeing the map, they were about 10 feet away. If you want to go back where your friends are, that would be 10 feet away. You can appear right in front of the door if you want.
I'm gonna go right back in front of the door. I feel like I'm even more curious now.
Yeah.
Like,
So on your next turn, you appear like right there.
Okay.
So okay, so that was Drum. Now it's Sterling. Okay, so I think Sterling was able to resist. So you saw Chalet and Jape jump in this pit, and you can see that the pit's about 5 feet from west to east, and about 10 feet big. I mean, the hole itself.
The hell is that room? I'm gonna go over to the door with the lightning dragon.
Okay, okay, so if you go to the door with the lightning dragon, that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You have about 5 more feet of movement at the door. The door, Shaggy, you left the door open, right? Like, did you leave that room open, Shaggy?
I don't think he said
Yeah.
he shut it.
Yeah.
So you
No,
see,
the other one?
yeah, I mean, you opened the door, didn't you?
No, it's still open.
Okay.
No, I opened it. I just didn't go in it.
Yeah.
It's still
So,
open.
so yeah, you have 5 feet of movement. You can see this long hallway, 10 feet north to south, 40 feet west to east, and it looks very clean. More clean than the rest of the place. Almost like somebody cleaned it. And you
Can
got
I check for traps?
well, the door's open.
Yeah, but I want to check for traps in like that first 5 feet.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay, so
last
you're
time
gonna
we
you're
walked
gonna
through a
go in the
door, it
room.
didn't end well for me.
You're gonna go in the room 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you as you step into the room, 5 feet, where are you checking for traps? You've got this room. It's like maybe looks to be about 20 feet tall. Again, 10 feet wide, 40 feet long. You're right. You've gone your movement, and you're on that first thing. Nothing seems to happen at this. Nothing happened when you walked on there. Where do you want to check? The things you'd see is you'd have a wall, you have the floor, you have the door that's open. Other than that, the room looks pretty spick and span. Actually, looks very clean.
Can I check the floor for any traps?
Yeah, you could. What do you want to? Yeah, just check the floor where you're at. Yeah, go ahead. Just
Okay.
give me an investigation check.
13.
Yeah, so it feels, for the most part, it feels pretty solid. The room looks pretty clean. You can see 3 doors down at the far end of the hall. One at the very far end of the hall, and then right before you get to the far end of the hall, about 10 feet, you see a door to the north and a door to the south. So there's 3 doors at the end of this hall. Other than that, the hall looks pretty clean. You would have a dash action if you just want to go down the hall, or you can wait till your turn.
Can I make it to any of the doors with that dash?
With the dash, you could make it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you could make it. You could make it 30 feet with a dash. I mean, you can make it all the way to the. You can make it to 5 feet of the back door if you dash.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dash.
Okay, so yeah, as you come in, and you let's see here. As you come in the room, you reach down and you check for traps, and you feel fairly certain, your character does, that there's no traps, and looks like the hall's perfectly empty and you have free reign. So you, with your cat-like speed reflexes, you just dart down the hall, and you get about 5 feet before you're completely like engulfed, and you find yourself like stopping and almost floating up into air, and you need to make a let's see. You okay. You need to give me a let's see, a dexterity saving throw.
19.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 16.
Okay. So you jump in and you take 10 points of acid damage. And you can, and then you are pushed. So you jump in, you just find yourself sort of engulfed, and you sort of float up, and you take 10 points of acid damage, and you're almost like spit back, and you fall right in that first section that you check for traps. You're right there.
Okay.
And that was kind of that's sort of the end of your turn there. That like you just
Okay, well,
when you went to dash, when you move forward, you floated in something that stopped you. You felt 10 points of acid damage come over you, and then you were sort of spit back, right back where you were. And that then takes us to
I do have a question.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have like 8 HP. I have like 8 HP max. Are you alive?
yeah, that was my question because I only have 9 HP.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, as you go in and this happens, your body's pushed out and you immediately turn to flame, and you would on your turn you can move, but when it's your turn you'll be able to move 30 feet where you can see.
Okay.
Okay. And that, but you want to do that when it gets back to your turn. Right now you're just a little burning flame. I had you do the save to find out if you're going to be a burning flame floating in the air or if you're going to be a burning flame on the ground. Okay, so now it's Jape. It's your turn. So Jape, you're able to appear 30 feet from wherever you want.
So my crazy ass is going to appear on the staircase.
Yeah, across the room. Yeah, you'd be able to do that. And
Ooh,
so,
clever.
yeah, as you're across the room at the staircase, you can see that the staircase leads up, and at the top of the staircase, it appears to be caved in with huge boulders, like just large boulders at the top of it, like a cave in or something.
It's a trap.
There would be about 20 more feet of stairs before you get to the boulders.
Are you curious what's at the top of them?
It's boulders. You already said that.
That's a nice boulder.
Yeah, your character would
That's
see it as
nice
like
boulder.
like that entryway was caved
Not just
in
a
or something.
boulder. It's a rock.
Also, just a side note. Every time you say Kaya, I think of my Sunday game character because that's her name. So I'm just like, what?
Great minds think alike. Okay, so yeah, you appear there. So now, of course, you can see that trap that was triggered. You see where that is. It would only be a 5-foot jump, so you don't have to check anything. If you were to go back in the other room, you would be able to just jump over that trap. You don't have to fall in it again.
That trap. Never mind the other.
Yeah.
17.
Okay,
in the
so
space
okay, so what?
between.
All right, so you appear and you can see that path is blocked by large boulders. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna get my ass out of this room before I fall again.
Yeah, you have your full movement. That movement to appear didn't cost you any movement. It's like you're completely starting from right there.
If only video games were like that.
Okay, so where do you want to go?
I'm gonna get out of this damn room.
Okay, you're going back to the
Screw
circle.
those boulders.
plane.
Go back to the circle room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're
Oh,
able
for
to
curiosity, what's at
make
the
it to
bottom
the
of the
circle
pit?
room. You could do a dash action if you wanted to make more movement. You got Sterling is up at the northwest room. The majority of the party is in the southwest room.
Well, no one's in the northwest room. They got yeeted into flame.
Yeah, you see like a little flame flickering in the
Floating in some kind of darkness, I'm
yeah.
assuming. Some
If I mean, you don't have to dash. I'm just saying if you
form.
wanted to, if there was a particular room you were going to go to instead. Did we lose you?
No, she's thinking.
Huh?
What? Damn it, woman. What are you doing? There's a woman dead in a gelatinous cube in one room. There's another woman dead, shot in the chest in the other room. Which way are you going?
But
I'm gonna see what happened with the whole shot in the chest thing.
All right,
I,
she's going
I
southwest.
I don't
Okay.
want to die in Jello.
yeah, so you're able to make it into that room. You're right behind. So Drums is at the door. Kai and Shaggy are 10 feet from Drums, and you're right behind them. And then it is Shaggy's turn. So Shaggy, you saw that with the arrow. You saw that Drums got shot there out of that hole. You saw that. And right now, technically, right now you're actually still a flame. Like, so sound you. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, man.
Right. I'm still a flame? Alright.
No,
I'm not a flame.
no, drums is. I'm saying, Shaggy, you see a flame in front of the door right this second.
So far, I know that all the doors have been trapped, pretty much.
Yeah, everything that you've been hearing, you know.
It's everything. Everything's a trap. Everything wants to kill you. You know, it's just day as usual in Faerun.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. Can I?
Just another day in the Citadel.
I'm
We're
gonna
not allowed.
continue
We're in
I'm
purgatory.
gonna go down the hall that the arrows just came from, but I want to crawl, like
Yeah, stay below the hole in the mouth.
crouch.
Yeah.
And stay below where I believe the
Now,
the,
okay,
thing
because
came
you
from.
because you still see this flame, I need to know specifically how close you want to be to it. Do you want to be within melee range of the flame, or are you going to keep away from it? The flame is occupying a 5 foot by 5 section. I just need to know if you're going to get close to the flame, and you know how close you're going to be.
I'm not gonna get close to the flame.
So
I'm
if you're gonna,
like,
if you're going to
go
keep it,
around it.
yeah, if you're going to keep at least 5 feet difference, then yeah, you're able to be. So you're prone. Nothing seems to attack you or anything. You can see at the far end of the room is a bunch of rubble. You could see the door mechanism. You can see the flame right now is sort of in front of the door.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to like army crawl to the door, or within at least 5 feet of
There's
the
no.
flame. Like if
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, fire. Okay.
Yeah, if you so right now you're 10 feet from Sound of Drums, who's a flame right now.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna move within 5 feet of that, then that's kind of what I need to know.
But she's like right in front of the door.
She went right in front of the door and got killed. She turned into a flame, and she's right in front of the door right this second, being flamey.
So if you're going through the door, you're going to get flamed.
If you're going through the door, you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to touch a flame to do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand still because everybody has come back so far.
Yeah.
After being flame, so I'm
Right.
gonna stay there and wait for her to come
And
back.
yeah, and as you guys as players are learning the mechanics of this, your players know that as well. Like y'all get that. You understand the mechanic of that. As you as players get it, so does your characters get it. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, so Shaggy's prone. Help me remember that you're prone. Okay, Chalet.
Salea.
Saleya, you're up. Um, yeah, you're up, and right now you're at that door of the east room. Everybody else is in the vine room, and Sterling is hanging out, flaming out.
Great, fantastic. I'm just gonna like stride past the north one, the one with the gelatinous cube and the floating flame, and walk towards the other one with the floating flame in the door. See the arrows laying on the ground. Glance around all the vines, the
Yeah.
dragon mouth, and go, "Oh, great! What fresh hell is this?"
So on your normal movement, you're able to make it in the room next to Jape. It would take a dash to get to the door, but yeah, you see all that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, wait a minute. I was at the door to begin with. Of the, or I was at the
You were at the
whatever
east
doors.
door, yeah, and it took one movement to get to the southwest door. So that's you're in that door, and now
Yeah.
you could dash. I don't know if you guys are seeing Roll20 or not. If you're not, then
No, I do not.
okay. So right now we'll call it the
Okay, I
vine
thought
room.
they were. I thought she was dead at that room, at the door that I am currently at.
No, Sound of Drums was in the door that was like sort of a dragon mechanism. The door you were at was just sort of a regular carved dragon.
Yeah, I got that, but I thought whatever shot out of the dragon mouth door missed the person that was standing there and shot someone at this door.
No. They're very far apart. You have
Awesome.
you have the northwest door, the southwest door, and the east door, and the distance between the doors are about 30 feet between all three of them. So they're pretty far
Awesome,
apart.
fantastic. I'm
So-
going to.
I mean, I gave you a little bit of extra movement, but if you want to, right now, like you're able to
That's
make it
fine.
into that
I'll-
room, and you
Yeah, then I'll use the dash action to get up to the next door.
Okay, now if you were to get to the next door that's available, which would be the one with the dragon mechanism, at this current time there is a green flame right in front of that.
No, I'm not going to go through the flame or anything. I'll take a pause to the left of it and just kind of
Yeah.
look around it and go, what fresh hell is this?
Yeah, so you're able to see from where you are, you're able to see now how you're standing right now. You can see in that hole. You can see a little bit into the other room, a few feet. You can, and so now what Shaggy did was Shaggy went prone so that whatever is on the other side of the hole can't see him. So right now you are visible, unless you want, if you want to get prone or not be visible by the hole. Just let me
Well,
know.
no, I just like standing off to the side, not like directly in front of the hole, but
Okay.
kind of,
Yeah.
like if you're standing next to a door, you kind of look your head
Yeah.
around, but not necessarily get in front of the door.
Okay. Yeah. So I have you. You're 10 feet away from Sound of Drums. So you're not next to the flame, and you're up against the wall where the door is. You can kind of see, like if you're, gonna do one of those spin around attack or whatever. Okay. So anything else you want to do? I think that's your
Nope,
whole movement
that'll
there.
be it.
Yeah, with your
Yeah,
dashing.
that's everything.
Okay. So Kaya, you're up. So you can see Sound of Drums being a flame. Shaggy's on the floor. Saleya is up against the wall.
Can I climb the wall?
Y'all Tabaxi, yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Can I climb up and like get above the door?
Yeah, you're able to do that, and as long as you stay, like the ceiling itself is about 30 feet up. So if you went all the way to if you're 10 feet above, like if you go above the door, you should be out of any range of the flame. If you want to be up and sort of upside down, up. If you want to climb up above the door, you can be away from the flame.
Okay.
So yeah, you're able to do that.
Okay. And then I'm 30 feet up.
Well, I mean, whatever you
How far?
want.
How far up is the
that's-
door?
That's how high you could go. If you simply want to be above the door and out of her range, then you're right above the top of the door and out of the range of the fire.
Okay. How far does that make me from the
You're 10 feet from her.
little?
Yeah,
pulley
you wait.
thing.
Yeah, you're too far
10
from
feet
the
from-
mechanism.
okay.
Although you could maybe drop something down on it. Because I mean, y'all can tell that it's just something that would close. Like you pull it down. Pulling it down
Yeah.
would be the solution no.
That's what I was wondering. No, I'm still too.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
can talk really well. I'm too far away for my
Okay.
thing to be. I'll just be done.
Okay. And all right. So Drum, now you can appear. If you think you said already you're going to be there. So you
Yeah.
appear. As soon as you appear, you take.
I knew.
Let me see. Okay. Jeez. Okay. As soon as you appear, you see, and Shaggy, you see this because they're dinking the wall behind you and sort of falling down on top of you. 5 arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They hit the back wall and they kind of are splashing around you, Shaggy. And then sound of drums. You take 5 points of piercing damage to your shoulder.
Okay. So where are these arrows coming from? Through the
The
little
hole.
keyhole?
The hole. Yeah, and they're arrows. You can definitely tell they're arrows. And now you have your full turn. So you're there at the door. You're no longer a flame. You saw 5 arrows whiz past your head. 1 stabbed you in the shoulder, and there you are.
Do we get a glimpse of whoever was shooting them?
Yeah.
She can see through the hole, but she can't quite see. Like, she's right at the hole. She can see through there, but she doesn't see. Basically, what you see is you see a little bit further in the room, and you can see the vines are on the floor. So your character, if you wanted to interact with the door, you could open the door. You can run away. Clearly, there's someone behind this door. I mean, you're well aware of that.
I'm gonna try and open the door.
Yeah, so it actually opens pretty easily. You pull the mechanism down, and you find that it opens no problem. And you can see the scene that you see is you see these little dragon-like creatures. They're very small, and they seem to be taking their bows and reaching back to grab additional weapons. You see this room, and it's 30 feet by 30. Okay, so let me describe this for those of you that need theater of the mind. The room is square, and it's 30 feet by 30 feet. Okay? The door that you enter in is sort of in the middle. That's coming from the east. You'll be heading west. All the way across the room, which is 30 feet away, is another door. In the north part of the room, there is 3 like cutouts that have broken globes. In the south part of the room, there is a globe that is not broken. And drums, you hear this, but the others don't. You hear like a wom, 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 like a pulsating sound. And you can see 6 of these little small dragon creatures. And you have your full movement. That was just a free action to open the door.
So could I like run in and try to attack one of them?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so you basically, they're spread out evenly. There's 3 to the north and 3 to the south, leaving the middle road clear. So if you want to go in and fight the first one you see, you can. What do you want to do?
I want to go towards one of the ones that's so the south is towards where the globe that isn't broken is.
Yes, there's only 1 globe to the south. There's 3 of those creatures in front of that. The 3 to the north are broken, and there's 3 creatures there. There's 6
Okay,
total.
so I'm gonna go for the one like in the middle towards the south.
Yeah, okay, so if you go to that, now at this point, just to let you know, you right now, you're in the exact middle of the room. There's one of these little creatures right in front of you. 10 feet from the creature is the pulsating glowing orb, which means that it's 15 feet from you, and you can take your action if you want. Or whatever I'm assuming you're going to attack.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're able to do that.
So I'm gonna hit him with my short sword.
Yeah, that would be a D20 Are you doing dexterity based, or I think short swords?
Yeah, I have all my stuff. It's a +5 to hit, and I get 1d6 +3 because of my. I'm not wearing armor and using a martial weapon.
Okay.
So
What's your attack?
9.
9 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 doesn't hit, but you notice that they have like leather armor, and carved in the leather is the same carving that you saw on the door of the shape of the dragon, kind of done in forest-looking art. You can see that's in there,
Okay.
but you do miss. Um,
Okay. Since I use the attack action, I get a bonus action with an unarmed strike.
okay,
So I'm just
absolutely.
gonna like slash it in the face.
Yeah, go for it.
Or try to. 16 to hit.
Yeah, you do. How many points?
4.
Yeah, and so you see him go right down. Ah, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh.
kill you. Hang on, killed the wrong one. So yeah, he goes down. You're now so when this happens and he goes down, you can now the path to the pulsating orb is kind of clear, and you can hear that
Uh-huh.
pulsation. Um, that now takes us to Sterling. Sterling, you appear. You're in the spot you were before. So what do you want to do? You're
I'm
you're in,
going to.
yeah.
I'm gonna go back into the main circular room.
Yeah, so when you go in the main room, you can see that the rest of the party has all gone through that kind of wood door, and you can see that there's action going on, that they're actively in battle.
I will go ahead and head down that way. I know I'm not gonna get close enough.
Yeah, you're able you're able to make it all the way within about 10 feet of the door. Now the door is open, and you can see all that I described. You see the 30-foot by 30-foot room. You see that there's one of the creatures is down. It looks like Drums is taking out one of the creatures. There's 5 other creatures in the room. You see an orb, but you don't hear anything. You can see the light pulsating, but you don't hear anything. And that's the end of Sterling's move. Jape, you're up. So if you can't see the room, Jape, you're able to enter the room. There would be 2 of those creatures close enough that you could engage either one of them.
All right, I'll go for a hit on one.
Would you want to go for the northern one or the south? As you enter the room,
Honestly, I kind of wanted to see whether or not there was a hidden door in the circle room,
yeah, you can go to the
like in
circle
the
room and
floor or
search.
something.
Yeah, so you want to go in the circle room? Okay, so give me like a quadrant. So let's think of the circle room like a clock, okay? So you have 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 to 9, and 9 to 12. So which quadrant would you want to search in?
Let's go 12 to 3.
Yeah, so if you go 12 to 3, just give me
Start with that.
let's do an investigation check.
That's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, so you're able to you're looking particular for things like trapdoors and secret doors, and you feel very confident that this quarter of the room does not have any secrets or traps or anything like that in this area. You still have movement if you want it. Well, no, I guess. Well, yeah, you could do it. Well, that would be your action to search, isn't it? Okay, so I guess it's into your turn then. Okay, so that takes us to Shaggy. You're up. So you're prone, and you can see all this in that room.
All right. So, I'll stand up and head into the room with them.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You can go as far as you can go anywhere in the room you want. Your Discord was kind of slowing, clipping out a little bit. Can Joe? Can you type it in Discord? Because your Discord's clipping out.
Just there, they attacking.
I lost it.
Hey, Joe.
Okay. But are the creatures attacking back? What are the?
Can you guys hear Joe?
He's asking if
Something
the
about
dragons
attacking
are
back.
attacking. What are they
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can see that the dragons had their bows drawn and they were shooting arrows through that hole. Now the door's open.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, absolutely. Good deal, man.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you know
Legally
that
live.
you know that soon they'll have their arrows out ready to make another attack. Soon.
All right. So I'm going to pull out my quarterstaff and run up and start attacking.
Do you want the one to the north or the south?
Do I what?
You want to go for the one to the north or the south?
I'll go to the south.
Okay. So where you are, you're 15 feet from the pulsating orb. As soon as you enter the room, you can hear the pulsation. It's actually pretty loud. Like you could not hear it out of the room. When you went into the room, you can hear whoom, 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 and you're able to make an attack if you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack the dragon with
Yeah.
my bow staff. Hold on. The wrong button. The 14 to hit with
Yeah. How much damage?
6 points, two-handed.
Yeah, so you take him right out.
All right, and then can I bonus action another one? Is there another one next to me?
Yeah, you would have enough movement to go to the one you could reach is the one in the north.
All right, well, I'll do my unarmed bonus action.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's gonna be a 21 to hit with 5 points of bludgeoning.
You hit it.
All right. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Oh, you didn't hit him? Okay.
No, I did. The
Oh.
second one?
Yeah, how many points?
The second one was a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Did 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he's out too. So Shaggy comes in the room and just juice knocks two of these suckers out. It's at that moment you guys see sound. One pulls he takes his bow and he aims right at you. And probably a 7's not going to hit you, I guess.
Nope.
So, Drum, you see an arrow fly right by your head. Shaggy, the other two, one does a 16, and the other one does a 14. So, what's your AC?
The 16 hits. The 14 does not. My AC is 15.
All right, the one that hit you did 5 points of piercing damage. And the one in the back says, he says, protect the orb. And you see him run through this door. It opens, you can see the room briefly, and then it closes. And he runs to the door. Woo, 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 party time. Okay. All right, so okay, is that Joe's turn? That's the end of your turn? Okay, Chalet, you're up. Shalea.
All right, so I'm not in the room at all.
No, you're just outside, but you can go if you want to go in the room. You don't have to worry about movement. You can go in the room. You can be. The room is what did we say? 30 feet by 30 feet. 30 feet by 30
I heard that
feet.
one shout, "Protect the orb!" Right?
Yeah, you heard that.
All right. I'm just going to draw a bow, aim through one of the holes, and straight up shoot the orb.
Well, the hole would be if you stood at the door. All right, you're going to take aim at the orb. Okay, give me an attack roll.
Do I have an ally next to the orb?
No,
Do I get sneak attack against the orb?
no. It's not. There's nobody.
I'm on. Roll. That is going to be +5. That is going to be a 15 to hit the orb.
15 does hit the orb. Roll your damage.
Dice. Roll. Ooh, max damage. That's 9 points of.
Yeah, so you can see that you've actually put a crack in it. It's still glowing. You don't hear anything. You just see it glowing. You can see a crack in it. That puts us to Kaya.
If I crawl down to where I can like peek into the room from above the door.
Well, the door's totally open, so yeah, you can crawl down and sort of poke your head. You see that. You see that 3 of these things are dead. You can see Shaggy and Drums. You see the cracked ones. You see the orb. You can see two of the creatures are still up. You can see the room at the back.
Are they within 60 feet of where I am?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I am going to throw.
Your allies are too, though, by the way.
Yeah.
Just in case you're gonna fireball or something.
No. So I'm gonna
Level 1
aim
fireball.
at the one farthest away from.
Yep.
Shalea or Saleya.
Solea. Hey, you got it.
And I'm gonna shoot ice knife.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got 19, 20,
How much?
23 to hit,
That
and
hits.
it needs to make it and the one next to it need to make a dexterity saving throw.
When you say next to it, how close does next to it need to be?
5 feet.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing within 5 feet of him.
Okay,
Dexterity
well, then
save.
It's
That
gotta
would
beat it 12.
that would have been an 18 on the dex save.
Okay.
All right, how
Well,
much
so
damage does
it
he get?
It would take only 6 piercing.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys see another one go down there. That then takes us up to. Are you gonna do anything else movement wise? Because you really didn't move that far. You can see that the scene is that you guys at this point have the upper hand in that room.
Yeah.
You can see that.
I'll just drop down into the doorway.
Yeah. So you're able. Are you gonna go into the room or just stay outside the doorway?
Or yeah, I'll go right off to the side, so if anyone else needs to get in, they don't get stuck.
Okay, so as you go in, you can hear the pulsating of the orb. Woom, woom. You can hear that. You're right at the doorway, so you're about 20 feet from the orb. All right, that then takes us to Drum. You're up. Did Drum, you just got hurt, right? You're not dead or nothing, right? Did we lose Drum?
Maybe. So she got back up.
Let me see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we should have 7. So we lost.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Drum playing Sterling? Let's see.
No, Cecina is Drum.
Cecina. All right, let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. She said she was having an issue a little bit ago, and I think it happened again.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. So look, we'll give her like a held action here.
Okay.
And when she comes back, we'll just let her jump in. So next up would be Sterling.
Okay. I think I'm like 20 feet from the action.
Yeah, you're able to. You can see in the room. There's one left. There's a pulsating orb. You don't hear anything. You're able to move wherever you want. You don't have to worry about if you anywhere in the room you want to go. You can go. You don't have to worry about distance or anything.
I just want to pull my crossbow and take aim at the last one standing.
Okay. Do you want to do that from within the room or outside the room?
I'll move up to the doorway.
Leave one alive. We need directions. That'd be helpful
Okay, so
to
as
not
you
die.
it, any if you're outside the room, you don't hear it, but if you enter the room in any way, you hear the wom wom of the pulsation. If you're gonna attack him, just do your attack roll.
Did it change at all whenever I shot it?
Yeah, I had a crack in it now.
Well, I mean, did the sound change when I shot it?
Nothing noticeable as far as the intensity or the sound. Well, you don't know the sound. You just know the intensity of the light. That part
Well,
seemed
yeah.
to be unaffected. Okay, so you want to roll to hit?
14.
14 does hit.
Okay. And don't remember.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
Sorry, my phone shut off on me.
no problem. Well, as soon as we'll let you jump in as soon as who's up? It's Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as Sterling's turn, we'll let you jump in and do your turn.
Okay. Sorry again.
Although I think Sterling is about to kill everything. What was your attack on? I mean, what was your damage?
Hang on.
No problem. I think you did a 14 to hit. That does hit.
Yeah. Let's see.
So while she's figuring that out, again, you have the square room. There is a door to the west, all the way across. There's a pulsating orb in the south, 3 broken orbs to the north, and one of the little creatures ran to the door to the west. Are you Sterling? Are you having trouble figuring out your damage, or?
No, I was just trying to get my thing to work.
Oh,
So I got
what's
6.
6 damage?
6 damage.
Yeah. So you take him out. So he's out. That then takes us to Drum. So Drum, as you kind of come to and you're back with us, give me a curiosity compels you with this pulsating orb.
Okay. 17.
Yeah. So you know it looks very beautiful and it's really catching your eye. You would saw Chalet attack the orb and put a crack in it. There's a part of you that wants to go to the orb, but you're able to resist it. So what do you want to do? You got the door to the left that one of the little creatures ran through. You got the pulsating orb. Y'all can see that the vines, by the way, the vines were spread out, and the vines go all the way across the room and under that door to the west.
Well, he wanted to protect the orb, so I'm gonna attack the orb too.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so you felt like it was pretty, but you did good. You listened to the old lady. You held back your urges and you kept it in
Went for it
perspective.
anyways.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, 18
To
does hit.
hit.
Just give me your damage.
5.
Yeah, so you actually are able to hit in the same spot that Chalet did, and you see the crack is a little bit longer now.
Okay. Can I take my bonus action to hit it again?
Yeah, is that a melee or a ranged attack?
I was with my short sword.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't think to ask you if you were doing range. Okay, so you're gonna walk up to the orb anyways.
Yeah, and I hit it with my short sword.
Okay, so let me. There's something a little bit different that happens. So
Okay.
when you get within 5 feet of it, you take 34 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
So
I'm flame right
yeah,
now.
so you guys see Sound of Drums reach up to it. She draws her sword, and just as she's about to strike it, she just turns into a flame. And it is now. That was Sterling. We had gone back, so now it's Jape's turn.
Okay.
Oh, you were searching. So you searched the 12 through 3. And there's
Let's
still...
try 3 through 6. Why not?
Okay, yeah.
Let's just methodically do this. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, so as you do this, a door opens up and you can see a little creature. I don't know if you've seen the little dragon creatures from before. This is the same kind of dragon creature. He's like up in the corner. He's like, please, 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 don't hurt Meepo, don't hurt Meepo. And he's holding up his hands and he's cowering in the corner, begging you not to hurt him.
Wait, did you say Meepo?
Yep.
Hey, Meepo's back.
Please, please don't hurt Meepo, please. Do you want to do anything? Like you want to kill him or what?
I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm totally gonna find something to basically put him on a leash. He is now a pet.
Okay, so you're how are you telling him to, like, are you taking him, you're telling him he's got to be your prisoner?
He's slightly a hostage, slightly.
Well, yeah, when you go to so all right,
He knows this place better than we do, so maybe he can keep us from dying.
Okay. All right, so if you're gonna take him on a leash and take him as hostage, I guess give me like maybe a contested grapple check. Maybe we'll do that. Like a contested strength roll.
Natural 20.
Okay, yeah. So if you wanted to leash him, you did. Now he feels that that he's your prisoner, like you captured him, and you got him now. So he's like, oh, please, please don't hurt me, Bo, please.
Well, if you do what I say, I don't hurt you. Fair enough.
And he's just begging you, please don't hurt him. Okay, so so that takes us into Shaggy. So you're up, Shaggy. You can see that you saw.
Also, I'm gonna shout out, "Hey guys, I found the hole!"
So Shaggy, you see the vines going under the door to the east. You can see that pulsating orb. You see that when Sound of Drums got close to it, it electrocuted her. And you're up. And you hear that Jape found something.
All right. Do I see and I know the direction the other little dragon ran away
you saw the other dragon say to protect the orb, and then he ran in that door to the east. Where the vine, you can see Roll20, so you can see it, but the vines go underneath that door as well.
Okay, I'm gonna chase after the little dragon dude.
Okay, so with your movement, you would be able to open the door and go 10 feet into the next room. So if you are going to do that, are you going to do any check on the door? Or are you just going to open it and go, or?
And I guess I'll just open it and go. He didn't check it.
Yeah, so when you open it, you can see that room is about 10 feet north and south. And, I feel like, let's see, hold on, I hit the wrong thing. That room is about 10 feet north and south and 20 feet west to east. And it actually goes to like another door. And you can see the vines on the floor. Now, where you're at, you could actually move. So there's 20 feet from where you are to the other end. You're at the door, you opened it. The room pretty much looks empty, and you have 10 feet of movement left.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to just go, then you would be in the middle of the room.
Kind of like check and be careful around the vines and just kind of.
Yeah, so you want to check the vines? Okay, so
use my bow staff to like.
So since you can see Roll20, you basically got. Let's do it in sets of 4. Like the one at the door you're at is a 5 foot by 10. That's 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So there's 4 5 foot by 10. So just tell me what you're checking. Like if you're checking the floor, the wall, or the door, what specifically are you checking?
I did check the floor
Okay, so
before I start walking on it.
yeah, so check on. So this is going to be the first 5 foot section. So do an investigation check. You can see the vines.
You can see the vines.
Investigation bad. 15 for the vines on the floor.
Yeah, so you feel the vines, and I'm going to give you both blocks. So that's going to be the south and the north. So like 10 foot section. You feel that section is free of any kind of stepping traps or anything like that.
All right, then I'll continue to move. I'll move forward into that block.
Yeah, it would take you another action to check again
Okay.
on the next. Okay, so
Yeah, that's fine. That'll
Okay.
be my turn.
yeah, and then then we're well, they're all dead, so nothing's going on anymore from them. Then that takes us to Chalet.
Saleya.
Saleya, your turn. Right now you're out of the room. You can see the door is open. It goes all the way across. You can see Shaggy's gone to the room to the east. You can see Drums is burning. You heard Jay say something like she has a prisoner or something.
Great, she can bring him up. I'm going to kind of walk around the doorway where I'm actually in the doorway, and I'm going to knock another arrow and drop it right into that orb.
Yeah, so when you go in the room, you're able to hear the pulsation, and go ahead and just do an attack roll.
All right. You grab her. That is another 15.
Yeah, 15 hits, and then give me your damage. And guys, remember the mechanic. If you're gonna do an attack and you want to pre-roll it, y'all are allowed to do that.
Oh, I didn't know someone
No,
else would have destroyed the orb before
No,
I got to it.
and
so I
right, that's
didn't
what I want
think
to let
do
you
it.
guys know. If something happens that changes your decision, then you can just nullify that roll. It's okay.
That is
It's
another
okay.
8 damage.
Yeah, yeah. So you actually land a different arrow, and now there's 2 cracks in the orb. Pulsation and the energy level of it doesn't necessarily seem to be affected by the damage it has, but you can definitely tell it's been damaged. And that takes us to Kaya. Kayla, you're up.
All right. I am going to create a bonfire underneath of it.
Underneath the
Like
orb?
in its like in its
Okay.
right under the orb. I don't know if does it take. I guess it'll take. Wow, I can't find that die. Okay, 7 points of fire damage.
Is there a
takes
save or
fire
anything, or is it just an automatic?
A dexterity of 12.
Well, since it can't move, I'll rule that it fails it. Okay, so how many points?
Pretty agile
7.
fucking immobile orb.
Okay, yeah. So so you can see that it definitely did some damage, but not so much that it did damage, but because of the cracks, as the flames seeped into the cracks that were created by Saleya, it seems to get in there, and it seemed to have affected it. And the intensity of the pulsation and the light doesn't seem to be changed, but you do feel like you did something to it. And now, Drum, you're able to appear 30 feet from where you are, or you can appear right where you are. Did we lose Drum again? Poor Drum. Hello.
Nope. She said when she was gone last time, she said it's because her phone overheated and just shut off on her.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We'll do like we did last time. We'll hold her turn here.
If and when she comes back.
Yeah. So we'll hold her turn, and we'll go up to Sterling.
Um, so I'm just still standing outside the doorway, but I think I'm actually gonna head back towards. Who was it who had the little kobold?
That was
Jabe has
Jabe
the kobold.
in the round room. So if you want to go back there, you can, and you would enter that room, and you would see Jape with this little kobold on a leash, and he seems very sad and scared.
Feeling like a freak on a leash.
Yeah, feeling
All right,
very violated and disrespected.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And can I
It's not your turn.
roll to persuade
It's not
the
your turn.
kobold to tell me where we are?
Yeah, but you need to roll it at disadvantage because right now you guys to him are being hostile to him.
Okay.
Well, I am actively not being hostile to him. I'm just kind of
He
holding him.
he perceives being put on a leash against his
That's
will
pretty
as
fucking
being hostile.
Okay, so 18 plus, what is it, charisma?
Yeah, we roll 2d20 and then take your lowest and then add it.
Oh, okay. So 18
So you roll 2d20.
and I got a 16.
Yeah, so like a 19 total. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're able to yeah, so you can say what you want to say to him. He looks favorably towards you.
Hey, little guy. I'm not trying to hurt you or anything, but I would really like to know how we would get out of this hellhole, this purgatory. Is there any way out of here alive?
And he's
You could
like
possibly tell me.
you don't want to hurt me, and he's pulling at the collar around his neck. Meepo's a slave. Meepo's been captured. Help Meepo.
The thing is, Meepo, if I take you off of the leash, you have to promise you're not going anywhere and you're going to help us get out of here. All of us.
And Meepo says, have you come to take care of the dragon?
Yes, we will take care of the dragon, but you have to help us get out of here first.
And he looks at you and he says, if you promise to spare Meepo, Meepo will help you.
I didn't harm you in the first place.
I promise that I will not harm you.
let me roll some kind of check to see if he is okay with just one person agreeing not to harm him. Well, he rolled a 4, so yeah, he believes you, I guess. But
Like straight up,
but he's holding the. But
Jake's just like, I didn't harm you in the first place.
Then he yeah, when you say that to him, he says you know harm Meepo, and Meepo will help you, and he holds the collar. He's holding the collar out, like looking at Jape. Meepo is an equal warrior. Meepo is also a warrior, a strong
Jape
warrior.
will just kind of look at him boredly and just be like, look, I will let you off leash. I put you on it so you just wouldn't instantly die, because quite frankly, we probably would have killed you.
How would Meepo die? Cause you'll kill me instantly?
Because there were others who tried to attack us. Therefore,
and then Meepo says,
if you're one of them,
and Meepo says, no, I'm the keeper of the citadel. I've kept the citadel many years. Others came before and liberated the citadel and freed it, and Meepo looked after the citadel. But then 3 dragons hatched, and they began to fight with the clans amongst each other, and only one survived. And Meepo says, the surviving dragon is a green dragon with his clan. All others are dead. Meepo's the only one to survive. They're very close by in the next room, actually.
It was merely precaution.
And Meepo says, okay. And then Meepo looks at Sterling, who's kind of over by the door, and Meepo says, be very careful with the door. There's a spike that will come out if you turn the knob. And then Meepo says, in the other room, be careful because there's spikes on the floor.
All right.
And so basically it's like letting y'all know about all the traps that you found already. He's letting you know.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
Are there
So-
any more
so
that
the
we
on-
need to know about?
The only ones that are hearing this conversation are Sterling and Jape. So y'all they're the ones that are hearing. Your characters don't exactly know this conversation yet.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Are
ahead.
there any more that we need to know about?
Meepo says there's traps all over. But Meepo will help you avoid. Meepo will help save you from the traps. Do you think you're strong enough to take care of the dragon and return the citadel to safety?
We will manage.
And then Meepo.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and release the little bugger.
So as soon as you take the collar off, he says, "Follow me," and he begins to make his way to the door. And so he gets right inside the door. I'm sorry, he went right inside the door of the southwest room. He walks there and motions you to follow him. I'm trying to think whose turn it was. Was that Oh, that was your.
James
So,
just gonna
yeah,
kind of point down at him
yeah.
and go, "Follow the meepo."
yeah. So if you guys follow him, then you would have enough movement to make it back where he is.
Meepo.
And now it's a Chalet. Oh no, Shaggy, you're up. Shaggy, you're at that room. You checked the one section, and there's two more. There's three sections total that you haven't checked. Or if
Okay.
or you can just run across. It's
I'll check the next sections in front of me before I get to the door.
yeah. Go ahead.
And has nobody followed me yet? Like, do I know? Like,
No, I think they're all still in the room there. We lost. Well, we had one player.
Me and I forget her name. I apologize, but we're trying to destroy the orb. She got killed because she got too close. And
Yeah.
then 3 people are back with a little meepo.
Okay, that was a 5 on my investigation. So
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Pretty much. It checks out. There's nothing.
then
I mean, even is that? Yeah. It's fine. There's nothing there.
I'll continue to move forward.
Okay. So as you move forward, you feel 3 darts stab you in the back of the neck, and you take 30 points of poison damage,
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
and you turn into a flame. Okay. That takes us to Chalet. You're up. You saw that. You saw Shaggy go in the room. He checked. He stepped forward another 5 feet, and then you were able to see that from behind him, 3 darts stuck in his neck, and he turned into a flame.
I think we might have skipped Sarah's turn.
Well, Sarah got Meepo, didn't he?
Oh,
No.
she had meepo.
I
She
thought
had
that
meepo.
I thought that was Sarah's turn. That's okay. Okay, then go
I
ahead,
don't know,
Sarah.
I
I thought we
she's-
got Sarah's
She's with the
turn.
baby right now.
Okay.
She's fixing the baby right now.
Yeah.
It's just something I had noticed, so
Okay,
I wanted to
yeah, go
make
ahead.
sure we didn't skip anyone.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, y'all help me keep track, cause it. All right, it's your turn now.
Hang on one second.
Hello.
Hey, did somebody make it back? Hello?
No, I just got
Oh,
You're-
Sarah.
earphones literally just placed on top of my head.
Okay.
Sorry,
Well,
trying to feed the baby.
yeah, that's okay. Okay. So while we're waiting on Shalea, Kaya, do you want to go ahead and go and wait for Shalea to get back?
Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. If you're back, go ahead, go.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, finishing move on the orb.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And that time it is only 7 damage.
That's enough, and the orb shatters. And so, in the event that Drums returns, we'll bring her in. If not, where the story lies right this moment is when it shattered. The glass, she actually appeared and it went all into her, and you guys could see her flame appear, flame and appear, flame, and you saw it happen over and over and over and over and over again. Like, so actually, you guys saw it happen 7 times,
Jesus.
and then she did not flame the last time, and she was full of shards. Unless she shows back up, and if she does, that didn't happen. But if she doesn't show up, then that is what happened.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so if she doesn't show up, that's what happened.
Yeah, parallel timelines.
Right.
I'm gonna go, oh, that was not intentional. I did
Yeah.
not intend for this to be a thing that I did. I am not taking any of the responsibility for this happenstance.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that, and nobody can say otherwise.
So, and so then that takes us to Kaya. Now you're up.
I'm gonna go into the room where the vines are all over the floor, and
Where Shaggy is.
but I'm gonna stop
Now,
right before, right
Yeah.
before his flame.
Okay.
And,
You were able to see that when he stepped there, he was hit by 3 darts. That was pretty visible to y'all.
And then I'm gonna just look.
Yeah,
to
just do
see
an
if I can
investigation check.
find
Are you gonna be looking at the floor or the walls?
the walls.
Okay,
I
go
got a
ahead.
natural 20.
Yeah. So you actually,
23.
yeah. So you're looking, and you can see above the door is a discolored brick, and with your roll, you can tell that the mechanism is if you step in any of these 4 squares where Shaggy is and the 3, so it's a 20 feet across. So the first 5 feet are safe, the last 5 feet are safe, but the 20 feet in the middle, that square, each one would trigger, and you can see that the mechanism is when you press down on it, the plate flips and a dart gun comes out. Again, with your roll, you can see that it's easy to disable the trap with any kind of device that you could sort of stick in there, like a stick or something. You could sort of disable it if you want to do that. You could easily disable the trap if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Let me see what's in them. I'm pretty sure I have a fork. I'm gonna double check.
If you wanna deem that you have
Yeah.
a fork in your inventory,
I'll
you do.
stick like a butter knife. in
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. You're able to kind of pull it, and you can see the little dart guns come out, and you're able to do the knife and jar it in such a way that now stepping on those don't affect it.
All right. Tell them all I'm like, I fixed it.
There is one thing that happened though that I forgot to
Okay.
tell you. When you got within 5 feet of the burning flame of Shaggy, you took 2 points of burning damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I meant to tell you that.
That's okay.
So the heat from it kind of got you a little bit, being that close to a burning flame. That drum is extremely goo on the floor. Sterling, you guys are at that back corner with Meepo.
Yes. I'm going to. Can I call out to everybody else who, is still
Yeah, and if
around?
you yell, they can all hear you. They're just not going to hear you in normal conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out to everybody that we've found a back way in, possibly safer than any of the ones we've attempted. And then I'm just gonna continue following
Meepo.
Meepo.
Okay. Okay, then when Meepo moves, you can move with Meepo. Jape, you're up.
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to give her a headset.
What I'm gonna do then, since Sterling and Jape are in the same, like right after each other, I'll put Meepo right above Sterling.
Okay, what's going on?
It's your turn. I'm gonna say that, yeah, to make, because Sterling said she moved, so Meepo would have come into this room. So Sterling, if you were following Meepo, you would have gone in that room. And then Jape, you're up if you were following with Meepo or.
Well, I pointed at him and said follow the Meepo, so
Okay.
I guess I'm following the Meepo.
Yeah, so you guys found that you made it now into the 30 by 30 room with the now all cracked orbs. You can see Kyla. She would have let y'all know that she disabled the trap. You know, you would have told them. And you can see the hallway, and you can see a door at the end of the hallway. And Meepo says, "It's on the." And Meepo says, "On the other side of the door." And Meepo says to you, he says, "But beware, because the dragon is very powerful. He defeated the lightning dragon and he defeated the fire dragon. He's the only one that remains. He has powerful poison when he breathes on you. You have to be careful." And Meepo says, I want to stay back here."
You can stay back here. That's fine.
So this is what all your characters know that Meepo revealed to you. Meepo pretty much says, you know, there's this dragon that there were 3 dragons total, but this dragon has actually killed all the others. He's the most strongest one, and he is right through this door. He lets you know that he has the ability to breathe and do a lot of damage with poison. So y'all are aware of that.
Okay.
It's now, let's see, that was Shaggy. Shaggy, you're up. So you now turn into a regular person, and now you're able to see that Kyla. When you're a flame, you actually see what goes on around you. You're aware of all that, so you know that Kyla disabled that trap.
All right.
And you heard all that about what's through that door.
All right. Shaggy's like, son of a bitch! It's annoying! And then I'm gonna go, Meepo, you go open the door.
And Meepo looks back at Sterling and says, You promised, Meepo. You promised."
I fully agree with the kobold. He has done what he said he was gonna do. Leave him the hell alone.
Yeah, he's like a little baby.
And Meepo gathers himself behind Jape and Sterling. Like Meepo's kind of like behind them now, like up in the corner, scared.
Like, how are you gonna trust this little dragon who was shooting arrows at us?
He
I think they
wasn't.
prefer to be called kobolds.
Meepo says,
I don't give a shit what he likes to be called.
Meepo didn't attack you.
Can I roll to persuade him that this kobold isn't a danger?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it would be a persuade. Like it would be a contested persuasion. So Shaggy, you roll your persuasion and let her try to beat it. So you need to beat a 15.
I've got a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. So she's able to convince your character that Meepo is not dangerous.
Yeah, I know he's not dangerous. He's tied up at the moment, but I still don't trust
He's
his
not
ass.
tied up.
They did let him loose. He is running loose.
Oh, okay. Whatever, I still don't trust his ass, and I'll open the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
See,
you can open the damn door.
so when you open the door, you can hear he's like, "Who defiles my citadel?" And he says, and he cries out and he says, nothing but," he says, "nothing but small adventures I've killed dragons many times your size. And when he says that, he breathes. You guys see in the hallway, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You guys see it completely covers the hallway and comes out about 5 feet in a circle around the door, and that whole room fills with green like cloud. And both Shaggy and Kyla, y'all take 42 points of poison damage.
Ouch.
And y'all both turn to green flame, and on your turn you can let's see, that was Shaggy and Kyla. So right now you're green flame. Sheila, you're up. You're all the way in the back. The dragon is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, is exactly 60 feet from you. Did we lose Shyla? Okay, I'm gonna put a hold on his turn if he comes back. And Kyla, you're able to appear, and you can appear within 30 feet of any of where you've seen. So you can just appear there. You have your full spell slots back. You're completely restored.
All right.
So you can go in the room. I will deem that you have seen all of the room as well. 5, 10, yeah, 30 feet from where you are. This is just an appearance. So then you get your full movement wherever you appear.
Okay. I can see how. Wow, I can talk super well. Sorry. I can see how far away the dragon is, right?
Yes, absolutely. He's 5, 10, 15, 20. He's 20 feet in front of you. You could get to the north of him. You could get to the south of him. You could go back in the room. You could stay where you are.
I'm gonna go.
You could be within melee range or ranged from him.
Yep. I'm gonna do where I'm at least 50 feet away from him.
50 feet away, back into the room where everybody else is.
Yeah. Can I still see him from there?
Yeah, you're able. Yes, absolutely. They can see
Okay.
him.
I'm.
Yeah, now he's like 50 feet away.
Does 23 hit him
Yes.
for an ice knife?
Yep.
He needs to make a dexterity save of at least 12.
All right. That's 18 plus 4, so that's 22.
Well, he takes 8 piercing damage.
All right. And I'm going to give you guys, for the sake of time, I'm going to give you his AC, so that if you are going to attack him and y'all want to pre-roll your attack rolls, his AC is 18. So if y'all want to pre-roll that, that's okay. Yeah, so he takes 8 points of damage. And it is now Drum's turn, which Drum is down. Sterling, you're up.
So how far are Jape, the Kobold, and I from the dragon?
You guys are about 60 feet from him. Milo's actually 65 feet from him because he's in the corner.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to draw my crossbow, and I'm going to aim at one of his eyes.
Okay, what's the distance on your crossbow?
I think it's 60 to 120.
Yeah, 60. Yeah, because when you get past 60, it's a disadvantage, but you're fine. You can make that shot.
Okay. And that is a... Oh, sugar. Just a sec, my phone just dropped my character sheet. Oh, my range is actually 80.
Yeah, you're fine.
But it's 21 to hit.
Yeah, 21 hits. And it's okay if you guys know the 18 hits. That's okay. I'm giving you that so you can pre-roll if you want. If you're just gonna attack, you could just pre-roll it.
It's gonna be 6 damage. 6 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, he takes that, and it is now that was Sterling, right?
Yes. Did I
Okay.
hit him in the eye?
No, no, no. You if you to hit him in the eye is probably going to take like a nat 20 to do something like
Okay.
that. All right, Jape. Uh, okay, yeah. So Jape, are you up, Sarah? Do we still lose Sarah?
She's here. Give her 1 second.
All right.
She's moving the baby.
Hey, Dakota, you're able to take a move if you want. We had skipped your turn if you want to take an attack against this dragon or whatever you want to do.
Sure. Yeah. I would like to take a look up. Is there anything like loose above the dragon or around
You're
the dragon?
well, right now you're really, really far away from him, so you'd need to go into the room to. It'd take you a dash action to get into his room to see that.
Okay, I'm back. So what's going on?
Okay, well,
killing
Chalet,
dragons.
yeah, Chalet has taken his held move real quick, and then it's going to be your move.
Okay.
Yeah. I will take a dash action.
Yeah, so you're able to go all the way. Now you're going to be with melee range of the dragon. Is that okay?
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to get that close. I just wanted to see if there's anything
You
above.
there's no way to know. There's no way to do that without being in melee range of the dragon because he's in another room.
Okay.
There's 3 rooms total, and he's in the third one. But it's just because it's a hallway, you can see into the room, but you can't see
Do we
above
know
the
what's in
room.
the other rooms?
The room you're in is 30 by 30. The broken orbs. There's another room that's 10 by 20. It's a hallway. The room he's in, your character can see about same thing like 20 by 10. But you can also tell that the room's bigger than that. But where you are, you can't see any of that. You would need to get
Okay.
closer.
Well,
You'd need to go into the room to see the full dimensions
Yeah.
of the room.
Okay. Well, instead of taking a full dash action, I'm just going to go to 30 feet out
Yeah,
and
that takes you
actually
to the
take the
door.
attack action with my bow.
Yeah, you're able to go to the door before the hallway. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and there is someone within 30 feet of him, correct?
Uh,
Or not within 30.
no.
Someone in melee distance.
Yeah,
of him.
no one's in melee range of him.
No one is?
No,
No, damn. The
Ranged
rogue that
spells.
never gets a sneak attack. Alright, that'll actually hit. It's a 19 on the die. So
Yeah, that does.
Rolling. And that is going to be 8 damage.
Yeah, he takes it. And that now we're back to Jape. Your turn. And like I said, if you guys are gonna take an attack action, it's okay to pre-roll that if y'all want. So
Yeah,
Jape, you're
I was just seeing if there was anything else to there.
yeah. No, it's okay. And like I said, if you pre-roll an attack action and because of events you want to change what you're doing, that's totally fine.
So I'm going to attack with my rapier because most of my things do not apply to
Well,
range.
to do from where you are, to get within melee range of him, it's going to take a dash action. You can get there, but it would take your whole action to get there.
Well, crap.
I mean, if you feel like if you need to be within melee range, then it's worth it to take your dash action to get there. I think. I mean, you're fighting a dragon. He doesn't look little. This doesn't look like your normal level 1 dragon at all. It looks like you're not supposed to be fighting something like this at your level.
I got that from being a fucking dragon.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and dash on up to it.
Yeah. So I'll let you be wherever around him you want. So you basically have north, south, east, and west. East is going to be near the door. West is going to be all the way up to the back wall. Then you have north and south. So where do you want to be near him?
So like literally, I could pass him.
Just for the sake of mechanics, he takes up 4 squares. You can be in the north, the south, the east, or the west of him within melee range. And if you were to go to the west, that's going to give you a little bit more movement than you're supposed to have, but that's okay. I'm going to let you position around him where you want to be. The door's to the east, so if you position yourself in the east, you're going to be in front of the doorway.
I'm gonna try and climb on the dragon.
Okay, what I'll give you is I'll let you be within melee range of him in one of the outer squares. If you're going to climb on him, then you can dash to here, you'll be in front of him, and then you can try that on your next turn. Do not, because I was giving you a bunch of extra movement just to let you position yourself somewhere around him if you wanted.
Yeah, my thought was if I could pass him, then I could totally climb up.
Well,
via
I was
his
right.
tail.
I was giving you that in the sense of letting you position yourself. It's okay. I mean, just take another turn. So yeah, if you want to, then you're in front of him. You're able to dash. I mean, that's really mechanically that's how it should be. You can make it as far as in front of him, and then on your next turn you can try to climb on him if you want. Okay, so that takes us to Shaggy. You're up. And Shaggy? Were you green flamed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Jay. Let me give you an opportunity if you don't want to do this. To do that, you're gonna have to go through Shaggy, and he's a green flame, so you would get burnt. So do you want to not do that then? Do you want to get as close as you can without getting burnt by Shaggy?
I think I kind of want to get burnt.
It's okay. Yeah, you've seen one of your players get burned. You saw it singed him, but it didn't seem to kill him or anything. And you take 2 points of flame damage in your where you were. So when you went through Shaggy, it got you for 2 points. Shaggy, you now can appear as Shaggy where you are able to see the whole room. I mean, you know what it is. You can it's no movement to appear 30 feet wherever you want to appear. And then your turn starts.
Is there like a door out?
When you say out, you can go through the door you came from. In the room with the dragon, you don't see a door.
All right. I'll just appear back where I was.
In the hallway or in the square room?
Like right in the door.
Right in the doorway of the hallway?
Yeah, because I'd opened up the door and I was about to walk through when I got acid burned or poisoned. So I figured I'll just appear in that same spot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're just kind of right where you are. Okay. Yeah. You're there, and now you have your full movement.
And then I'm just like, what the fuck? I wasn't gonna attack you. Jesus Christ! You have to kill me for no reason. I just want to get the fuck out of here. We were dropped down a pit by some freaking old crazy lady. I want to get out of here. I don't give a shit about you. I want to kill this old bitch who just dropped me down the hole. Now, can you get me out of here or not?
Okay. Are you gonna attack him, or are you just gonna talk to him?
No, I'm gonna try and get him to get me the fuck out of here. I don't want him. I want this old lady who dropped me down a hole. I have no beef with him. I was literally trapped in a dungeon by an old lady.
He says to you, he says, "I know not of what you speak. If you have no beef with me, then you should run for your life." And with that, let me roll this to see what happens. Okay, so with that, he leaves. He says to you like go then, like get out of here then. And then he goes for Jape, who's right in front, and he hits Jape for. Well, let me see what the. Hang on, let me roll first. Because I have a tendency to roll really low. Yeah, and probably a 10's not going to hit you, is it, Jape?
Yeah, 10's not gonna hit.
It's good
Okay.
you roll low to hit because, I mean, just simple fact you touch us yeets us into oblivion.
So he actually goes to try to bite you, and he tries to hit you with
Sadly,
his claw.
I was kind of hoping for the yeet.
His other claw, he does hit you with one of his claws, and it does 11 points of slashing damage. Now that may not kill you outright, though. You may just be down and unconscious.
Oh, that downs
There you go.
me. So.
Yeah.
Yeet.
So for the
You
first
realize
time,
we get a
somebody's
hit
simply
die
down.
plus like 1 or 2. I don't even think anyone put points into fucking con. So I think the most any of us has is maybe a D8.
Yeah.
Hey, I put some into con.
So Jape is just or down, not
Right?
not
Roll
flamed.
Constitution.
And it is now Chalet's turn.
All right.
Now you do have an ally within 5 feet.
Yay. All right, so I can. All right, never mind.
Joe,
I roll my attack. That is an 18 to hit.
It hits.
Obviously, it's going to hit. Barely, but yes. And this time, I get to add another D6 for my faithful companions.
Yep.
And that is a 4 and a 6 plus 3. That is going to be 13 damage.
Okay, yeah. And that takes us to Kaya. You're up. There actually is a party member down that's not dead.
Huh.
Or you can blow him up. Whatever you want to do. I'm just saying, for the first time, there's actually a healing opportunity.
I'm gonna shoot ice knife at him again.
Yeah, go for it.
I got a not natural 20 to hit him.
Yep.
8 piercing, and I need him to make a dexterity save or take
15 plus 4.
That makes it. So yeah, he just takes the 8 piercing.
All right. And that takes us to Sterling.
I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm going to shoot at him again.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 17, so that becomes a 22.
Yep, that hits.
And a 6 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, if y'all have really started taking some, you're doing some action here. Okay, that takes us to Jape. You're right within melee range of the dragon. Now, if you want to try to climb on, you can.
No, I can't. I'm down. Remember?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So the room that you guys are in is about 80 feet up. Just to let you know the ceiling. I think Chalet doesn't know that yet, but you do. So you need to do your death saving throw.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, so that's 1 fail. And that takes us to Shaggy. I'm going to give you a free action, though, because in your last move, you didn't really move anywhere. So if you did want to run away from him, you actually can have... You didn't really take any action, so you could dash and then do the whole thing again if that's what you... If you want to just run away.
I figured me trying to convince him to let us out.
He seemed to be like, if you want to... He was like, if you want to leave, you can leave.
See, I don't know what to do. I know everybody else wants to beat on him, but I feel like this old lady's the problem. I wish you could have talked to the dragon more.
Do you want to do a history check? Maybe do a history check, and I'll try to give you some inside information about it.
All right.
And then you can still decide how your character feels.
Crappy.
What'd you get?
That's a 0. I got a natural 1 with a -1. So
you're confused right now. You don't know if you should trust the old lady or not. You don't even know. You're just like you don't know. Your character thinks like Joe thinks. You don't know what to make of it.
I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Well, as like part of the action, can I just do like an insight check on the dragon to see if I think he's actually evil.
Yeah, I'll give you a roll for that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What's that?
It's a 5. So.
Yeah. No, you 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 know you
Can't get a read on him.
you're still confused. You're trying to figure him out, and you can't quite confuse. I will say though that with that, your character would clearly be able to assess that he seems to be attacking you guys.
Well, yeah, 6 people just showed up in his home, and
Now, and I also say this too, though. You also have now you don't necessarily trust Meepo, but Meepo said that he is taking over the. Well, here's what your character knows even without a history check. You were told that dragons have taken over the citadel, and the old lady has asked you guys to help pure the citadel of these dragons. Meepo revealed that there were other dragons, but he killed them all. He's the one that's left. So she could be lying, but your character is aware of that. I mean, there hasn't been anything happen in the game that your character would have seen to give you any indication that this dragon is like friendly or anything.
yeah.
And your character knows that, regardless of role. There's just been no actions that would have made you think that.
Just trying to go by what she said about things may seem like something they're actually not.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that'll just end my turn. I'll say that those were my actions to try to figure it out. And,
Yeah.
I'll.
Well, maybe. Okay. So, what are you toying with in your mind? Are you wondering, should I attack this dragon or should I run away? Is that kind of your debate?
Well, yeah, like
Why
I would
don't
like
you
to
do?
have had a conversation with the dragon, but
Oh, I was gonna say,
I'm fine with that.
why don't you do?
I'm
Why
fine
don't
with
you
that being
pick?
my turn.
Why don't you pick one way or the other and say one and do a curiosity compels you roll, and if it goes to one number, you do that, and if it goes the other, you do the other. Let the dice decide what you do.
Odd or even.
Yeah, like why don't you pick like a sign, maybe like what is it? 10 and below is like you stay and fight, and 11 and above says you dash, and I'll give you 4 30 feet, so that'd be 120. You could dash 120 feet in the opposite direction wherever you want to go. If you want the dice to decide what your character did, because that's kind of what the whole curiosity compels you. That's what it's about. You're kind of curious about what you should do. So that's the. It's up to you. You can pick on your own, or you can take a roll for it.
I rolled. Looks like I'm fighting.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
Yeah. So the curiosity compels you, and you're just like, maybe the old lady's right, and I'm just gonna start waylaying on this guy. Okay, so go for it.
All right. I do not want to get within melee, so I'm going to dart, motherfucker.
Do you want to be positioned where you are?
Oh, how far away am I from him?
Right now he's he's 10 feet from you. You're in the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Because it's still within my throwing range for the dart. So I'll just dart him. 22 with 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, you hit him. Okay, so okay, then that okay, so now he's up. See if we get a recharge. Jape, Shaggy. So Jape, you take a failed saving throw. Shaggy, you take 42 points of poison damage, and Chalet, you also take 42 points of poison damage. You guys see that the poison goes out about right behind Chalet. Just behind, so it doesn't get to Sterling and Kyla, but you guys take 42 points of poison damage. And y'all are green flame. Now, Jape, you didn't green flame. You took. Well, actually, yeah, you did. Yeah, because you took damage. Yeah, because you took damage.
I'm making death saves.
Right, but you took damage. The damage, you still take that damage which takes you below your thing, so you would green flame. He
Technically,
he hits. Yeah, he hits you down.
well, when you get a hit on somebody who's making death saving throws, it's like an automatic.
Right, it's a fail. Right, what was I gonna say? It's an automatic fail unless the damage exceeds their hit points. In this case, it exceeds the hit points.
Fine by me.
It's there. A lot of people don't do it, so nobody knows that rule. But that's one I can stand by. It's in there. Yes. So what happens on a death save? If you get hit but it doesn't exceed your maximum, then you get a fail. But in this instance, she got hit with 42, so she's a green. Like all three of you guys are green flame. And that now takes us to
Works for me.
Chalet. Chalet, you're able to appear 30 feet where you want, and you've got all your spell slots, everything back. Those of you that are casters, when you green flame, remember you get everything back. No one played a wizard on this, and I really wish they would have, because this would have been a great module for a wizard to just...
I mean, I'm a bard. Does that count?
Well, your character is well aware that when you appear, you have full spell strength back. So there's no...
I just haven't had a chance to use
Yeah.
my spells yet.
Okay, so Chalet, are you back, or...
He is currently rocking the baby.
Okay, so we'll hold Chalet's turn, and Kyla, you're up.
I am going to cast make a bonfire.
Underneath him?
Yeah. He's got to make a dex save.
Okay. Now, does that stay there, or does it just do one time?
No, it stays there.
Okay. He got a 9 plus 4, so that's a 13.
He saves.
What? Did he take any points at all?
Nope, but it'll
What-
stay there.
What square is it in? Because he's good.
He
You
takes
can
up 4. It'll be under his right leg.
right, like almost next to Jape.
Oh no, I guess other side.
So back away from Jape. Okay. All right. So, okay, that's all right. Drum. All right, Sterling, you're up. Sterling.
Once again, I'm gonna shoot him with the crossbow.
Yeah, go for it.
And 17. So that was a miss.
Yeah, 17 minutes. Yeah, so you shoot and it just shoots past him, and then that takes us to Jape. You're now able to appear 30 feet wherever you want, and you have all your spells, all your health, everything's back. Are you guys keeping track of your hearts?
Yeah, I'm down 4. I have 5 more.
Oh, I'm not doing a very good job then, am I?
I should be at 6.
Yeah, I think so.
I should be at 6?
I should.
No, Kyla.
Okay.
Okay, so Jape, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna green flame onto the, like, right behind his head.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I'm gonna get on the dragon.
Oh, you're gonna try to climb on the dragon. Okay.
Well, I don't have to climb if I just kind of appear there.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. Yeah, you'd be able to do that then.
It's a solid strategy.
Hey, he can't breathe poison on me if he can't turn his head to face me.
Okay.
It's a good strategy.
So,
And I'm straight up gonna hang on for dear life.
yeah. So Jape is on him. It is now Shaggy, your turn. So you appear 30 feet. You can appear on him too if you want, or you can appear in the same spot wherever you want. 30 feet.
You know what? I'll follow suit and I'll go on his back.
Okay. So now he's got. All right, you're there. Jape, I'm sorry, Jape. You could. He's there, but Jape, you can take an action if you wanted to attack or something. That didn't.
I'm hanging on for dear life.
Okay. All right. Give me a grapple check to see if you can grapple him.
19.
Yeah. So you're grappled.
I'm hanging on to the
Yeah.
scales.
Okay, Shaggy. All right, you appeared. You can attack if you want. You're there. You're on his back.
Yeah, I'm gonna double claw attack him.
Yeah, go ahead.
First one misses. They both miss. On his
Okay.
back trying to claw at him, but it misses.
Okay, yeah.
It's
So
11 and a 9.
So when you guys do this, he actually flies 80 feet in the air and then shakes. So you give me so Shaggy, give me a dexterity saving throw, and Jape can do it at advantage because you're grappling him. So give me a dexterity saving throw. I set a DC for it. Shaggy, you're able to hold on. So Jape, you get to do that at at advantage because you were grappling so hard.
That's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, so both you guys are able to hang on. And let's see. Then he goes and let's see here. I'm gonna say that's all he does there. That's all he does for that move. So he's above the flame that unless that flame you cast is it a cone or is it just a flame and that's
It's a square. It takes up a 5 foot by
5
4
by
foot.
5? Okay, yeah, so he's not on that. Okay, now that comes up to Chalet. Chalet, your turn. You can't see him at all. He disappeared. Okay, is Chalet there? Okay, I'm gonna hold Chalet's
He's
turn.
still with the baby.
And Kaya, so now you can't see him anymore. You can tell that he flew up. You saw that.
Yeah. I will move into the doorway.
Yeah, so into the doorway, you can see that he's 80 feet up in the air.
Okay. I am not used from this distance, so I'll have to hold my action.
You have to do what?
I can't do anything. Yeah,
Okay.
He's too high up.
Okay, and let's see, that was yeah, remember that you're holding the action. All right, Sterling, you're up. You saw he flew up in the room. You saw that.
Okay, I'm back.
Chalet is back.
Okay, we'll pick him up here in just a second. All right, Sterling.
But he's still in the air, right?
Yeah, you don't really know. All you saw is he flew up. You don't know how high up or anything, but you know he flew up.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward 20 feet, so I'm still back. What was it, 60 feet? But I'm a little bit closer.
From that location, there's a hallway between you and him. So from the hallway, you're not able to see. But if you were to move another 20 feet, then you'd be where Kayla is, and you can see him, and you would still be in the hallway.
Okay, I will go ahead and I'll move up to where she is.
Yeah. So now you're next to Kyla, and now you can see he's 80 feet up in the air.
Okay. Well, my range is still 80, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my crossbow again.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
have a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And another 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, so as you hit him, he does this, and if I could get Shaggy and Jape to give me another dexterity saving throw. And Jape,
19.
as long as Jape is grappled, you can do it at advantage. So what did you get, a 19?
Yes.
Okay, and then what did Shaggy get?
I'll make another one. All right. An 8.
Okay, so Shaggy, you're able to hold before, but this time you can't. And you take 8.
I'm
10.
dead.
Yeah, you're probably you splatter right on the ground, and turn into green flame. It is now. Let's see. That was whose turn was that? That was Sterling, right? And I think Chalet came back. So Chalet, if you want to take your turn now, you can.
There's no H in that name.
Chalet, okay.
Salea.
Chalet, okay.
Yeah, I misspelled it. That's probably why.
You're the only one who chose a difficult name, and he has problems with names anyway.
Yeah.
Either way.
Should have seen him try and learn Antipodia.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that name.
Huh?
Okay.
I
see-
still don't know. Other way.
So what it?
Going
Okay. So
into-
this is kind of like your held action, and then you're gonna get a turn up here pretty soon too. If you. So what did you want to do? You can't see him from where you are. You got to go in the hallway to see him now.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Now, how long does that flame last for, Kaya?
Up to a minute.
Okay. So it's still there.
Alright, is there still someone on him? Last I heard
Yes.
someone was riding him.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
Now listen.
Yeet.
So Shaggy, if you get attacked while you're a flame, then you do not take any damage. So you're at the ground and you're flame. So that's a different. You're gonna turn on your turn, but anything that happens while you're flame isn't gonna affect you.
All right, cool.
So this was a critical hit.
What
So
was- yeah.
basically, I rolled a nat 20 on the attack roll.
Okay.
To
Yeah,
hit him
there's-
with a bow.
Yeah, there's someone within 5 feet of him because there's someone on him.
Awesome. Awesome. So basically, I'm going to dab as I fire the arrow because fuck it. All right. So, question:
Yeah.
Do you roll your dice and then multiply it by 2, or do you roll twice?
It's okay for you to make that choice, whatever you like.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the roll multiply by 2 because I just rolled max damage on that.
Okay.
So that is going to be 15 times 2, 30 damage.
All right. And okay, so if you can, Jape, if you can give me a saving throw, and I'll say since it was a critical, then since he got a critical hit, this is at disadvantage, and since you had an advantage, it's just a regular save, dexterity save.
Okay, then that's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, that saves. Okay, so then we go. Let's see. So Jape, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Sterling, did I miss you? Did I skip you?
I think so. But it's okay. Go ahead and let her go, and then I'll go.
Okay.
so how far away is his head from his wing?
Well, tell me what you want to do and let me describe. I don't. I can look that up, but it may not matter.
It does matter.
Oh, I mean, what I'm going to do.
How far is his head from his wing?
Yeah.
Hold on. If any of you guys were gonna like attack and you want to pre-check it, let's see. Well, here I know he's a large creature, so I'm gonna that should be. So his head would be, depending on where his wing is at any given flap, it's probably about 5 feet.
Okay, so
Because
I
he's a
am
large
going
creature.
to basically reverse cowgirl this, hanging on with my legs, and I'm gonna thunder wave his fucking wing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for the right one. Let's try and ground this motherfucker. So he needs to make a con save.
All right. Oh, that's. Jeez. Okay, well, that's a 25 con save. He only has
so
a.
he takes half damage.
Yeah,
so
he has
takes
like a-
7 damage.
It's interesting because his con is low, but his con save is high. Okay, so how much damage does he take?
Dragon proficiencies, man.
Yeah,
He'll take a total of 7 damage, and
Okay.
that's halved.
yeah. And then since he took
15
damage.
halved is 7, so
Okay, so do another dexterity saving throw. This time it's at advantage. Oh, well, you had to ungrapple to do that, didn't you?
I am holding on for dear life with my legs.
Yeah, you can still attack
Well-
while grappled.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and. All right. Well, just do a dexterity or at advantage.
It's
So
when you're
that is
restrained,
going
you
to-
can't attack.
I should have had him roll to see if he could get out of that. He's supposed to be able to.
I think you could. Yeah.
If he breaks
So
it,
that's
then
Well,
going to be.
he could spend his action to attempt it, but I mean, in all honesty,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't wouldn't want to do that.
yeah.
Especially since I'm pretty much an insignificant bug on his
What
head.
did you get for your dexterity saving throw?
24.
Okay, yeah, that saves. Okay, so now Sterling, if I missed you, it's go ahead and take your action.
Okay, so 18 to hit
Yep.
and 5 piercing damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, then that takes us to Shaggy, and after Shaggy goes, we're back to our normal order. So Shaggy, you're able to appear 30 feet wherever you want.
All right. Well, he's
Right.
still 80 feet up. In
Yeah,
the air.
he's still up in the air.
All right. There's nothing I can really do. I'll just appear right where I land.
Well, the room itself, you can now see that the room that you're in is 20 feet by 40. 20 feet by 40, so it's north and south is long. North and south is long, west and east is short in that particular room. So you want to appear underneath the dragon?
I guess I'll appear against the far wall, but I can't do anything because he's too high up. So
Yeah.
I'll just hold my. I'll land and I'll hold my action for when he lands or gets into reach for me to throw a dart.
Are you going to be the far wall, like over where that statue is?
Jesus.
I think you need to move us on. The only thing I see is the old lady's house on roll 20.
Yeah, are you kidding me? You guys been playing this whole game off of me just talking?
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all are really good. Wow. This whole time y'all haven't seen any of this. Oh my gosh.
They have mentioned it a few times.
I didn't hear it at all. Okay, be ready to be
I
amazed.
wouldn't know because I'm still.
Wow. No, y'all are great. Y'all
Like straight up look at
yeah,
the Discord chat.
you're moving really well, and
Okay, there we go.
yeah, y'all should take a minute and look at the map and see all of what you did, because that is wild. Y'all did great.
All
Wow.
right, so
Congratulations, man.
yeah, I'm gonna go back over towards the statue and just kind of hang out, and wait for him to get in melee range, or not melee range.
Yeah.
Range. Throw
Sure.
dart. So I'll
Okay.
just hold my action.
Okay, and so as that happens, let me do a so you're able to, you don't have to do any dexterity check on this because he's just going down, but he goes down, and you get your opportunity, Shaggy.
All right, so let me dart him with my action. Yeah. Ooh, critical hit.
Yeah, add it all up, man.
So it looks like it.
Oh wow, this
did-
dragon's not going to survive this.
Like it did it already. So it's 7 points of damage.
Total.
Yep.
Okay.
For
And
critical?
so as he goes down, and he gets kind of lined up with the doorway, position for the sake of just, I don't have it perfect. He did not position himself on the flame. He's moved over whatever direction he needed to be to avoid that flame. He did, and he breezed into the hallway. So Kyla, Sterling, and Shalea take 42 points of poison damage. And it is now Shalea's turn. You turn into a green flame. You can reappear 30 feet. Everything's back Wherever you
Be
want to
right
go.
back where I was. I'll
Yeah.
be right back where I was,
Yep.
yeeting another arrow at him.
Go for it.
That will be in 10 damage.
All right.
Let me know if the person who's on their back is no longer on their back at any.
Yeah, if you don't really have to do dexterity checks anymore because you really wouldn't fall that far anyway. So, okay.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah,
as long
there's
as
someone
someone is
there.
within.
You would get your sneak attack for sure.
Yeah, but as long as they're there. So if they ever are not there, I need to know.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, and that takes us now to Kaya's turn.
So did he come down a little bit?
Yeah, he's on the ground, but not wherever your flame. I know that your flame technically may have been right there, but he's moved over wherever he needs to be to not be at the flame.
Yeah. It's fine.
You could do another flame, I think, but
it's good. I got my spell, but I'm gonna step into the room enough to where I can.
yeah, you're gonna be melee range
See
if you
him.
step into the room. Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I see where he is now. I'm a little blind. Okay. It's weird to have the new map up. I'm like, oh. Okay.
I know. I can't believe this.
Oh, I can see now.
I can see him. I'm gonna just use ice knife and see that.
Is that a ranged attack? Yeah.
It is, yes.
Okay.
That is 21 to hit.
Yep.
He needs to make a dex of 12.
A dex, okay.
A dex save of 12, yeah.
9. Oh, maybe it's 9 plus 4, so that's 13.
Damn. He takes 7 points of piercing damage.
That's still a good hit, man. Okay, it's now Sterling. You're up.
All right, I'm gonna actually move my flame back in the hallway, and
yeah.
then once I'm, back to being, a cat, I'd like to hit him with the crossbow again.
Okay.
And I got 22 to hit with 8 piercing damage.
All right, All right, 8 piercing damage.
Yes.
All right. Okay, yeah, you guys can see that you're definitely not very healthy anymore. That takes us to Jape. Your turn. You're on top of him.
Okay, I am going to release him and make my way towards his wing to try and cut into it with my rapier.
Yeah, go for it.
Would you like to tell him what I pre-rolled, dear?
Oh, she crit.
Okay. Do you know the total damage?
What's your damage?
Roll. 19 damage.
Okay, yeah, you guys
to just try and ground him.
Yeah, so
done more than that.
he's really not appreciating what you guys are doing to him right now. Shaggy, you're up.
All right. Is he on the ground now?
Yeah, he flew down.
All right. So
I'm just trying to keep him there.
So I'm just gonna cat claw shit out of his underbelly.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Attack number 1, miss.
It looked cool though. Okay.
2 misses.
All right.
10 and a 16. So
yeah, you can. Yeah, as you're going, what you find is you're landing the blows, but you happen to be sort of stabbing in pre-existing holes. So it's he's extremely bloodied, I guess you would say. Shalea, you're up.
What are you laughing about, huh?
Because the
That's-
dog is sleeping and he's kicking and he's hitting the thing. That is so tiny.
well, I use real dice technically, I guess. I mean, just confirm it.
Yeah, 20. Nat 20.
Okay, and what's the total damage?
That is going to be 26.
All right. And so when you do that, you guys see that there's enough like holes in his wings that you wouldn't necessarily. It looks like his ability to fly is non-existent. Um, then Kaya, you're up. You can see he's very.
Is can I see into his mouth at all?
I mean, in the. I mean, not necessarily like he's standing with his mouth open, but you can see his mouth.
Oh no, I had an idea, but if I can't see into his mouth, it doesn't work.
It's not. Well, I mean, you can go ahead and tell the idea, and let me, because it's not like he's he's just not standing there with his mouth open looking at you. Is all
Oh
I'm
no,
saying.
I can create up to 10 gallons of water. So if I could see into kind of his mouth and throat,
Oh, like
Trying
flood
to
it with
drown
water.
him?
wait,
Yeah.
wouldn't that heal him though? If he if he's really
mean-
thirsty.
I don't know.
Might-
If you had
Only
a
if
bunch
he's
of
in the
water
middle
in
of
your
that
throat and
fire
you're like,
that we left.
Yeah. No, he's to the side of it.
okay. That was just my idea.
Now, if
but
you
it's
could
good.
if you could put like gasoline in it and light it, that might do something.
That would be cool. But I
I mean,
pre-rolled
it would.
Yes,
another
how's
attack
that
just
for
in
a
case.
fucking druid spell?
Okay, what was it? All right, what was it?
Spell
I
plus
did-
fireball.
I just in case that wasn't a plausible idea,
Yeah.
I did pre-roll for an ice knife. I got 19 to hit with 10 piercing damage,
All right.
and he's got to make a dex save.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be a big one. Oh, finally I saved something. Okay, so he's I think he made that one because that would have been a 24 total. But how
Oh,
much
yeah,
did you do?
Just 10 piercing.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good deal. Yeah, he's certainly not he almost like skeletal with all the holes y'all poked in him. Okay, so Sterling's up.
Yeah, well.
And I'm
I
just
failed
over here
my
cutting
roll,
off
so
his wings.
You do what, Sterling?
I failed to hit him.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 14.
Okay. And Jape is up.
Okay, well, Dakota can confirm.
Did roll another fucking critical hit. Jesus,
Yeah,
I was
just give me
like,
what's the total
The
damage?
dice are loaded.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I wasn't sitting here, I would have called her bullshit.
I think you need to check those dice.
They're fucking apps.
Oh.
Yeah, it's RPG simple dice.
All right, that makes
It's
more
like-
sense.
That's gonna be another 19 damage.
Yeah, so all right, hang on one second here.
Going towards his other wing because apparently I'm trying to slice these fuckers off.
With that, the wings basically you can see his arms, but there's no wing. There's not like wing left. There's no way he can fly. If y'all are trying to make him not fly, he no longer can do it. And Shaggy, you're up, man.
Not gonna drop
Alright.
me.
Time to double claw's belly.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Come on, cat claws. God damn it.
What?
17. Alright.
Uh,
Alright, good. Second one is a 24, but it only does 4 points of damage.
all right. Let's see. Okay. All right. The chalet, you're up. You guys are turning like Waylay mode now. Wait a minute. I skipped his turn. Hang on. He gets an attack. Wait.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yes, he does. Okay. So on his attack, let me roll and see if he gets. You know, I think I skipped his turn before. Okay, but he recharges. So Kayla, Sterling, and Chalet take 42 points of poison damage. Jape, are you behind him or are you in front of him? When you got down, did you get down
I'm
in front
still
of him?
on top. I never got
never got
down
off?
from him.
Okay.
I'm literally on his back, right next to his wings, just stabbing into the
When you
joints.
say wings now, it's like arms. There aren't really wings anymore. Okay, so Chalet, you would have green flamed and reappeared, and go ahead, take your turn.
How do you handle critical failures?
It's just a miss.
Just straight miss, not like accidentally yeeting Jape off the back.
No, it's okay. No, you're fine.
All right. Ew, just think. All right, yeah, that's nothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Please don't eat
All right,
me off
Kaya.
the back of the dragon.
Okay, you're up. You appear, by the way, wherever you want to be.
I'll just stay where I'm at.
Yep.
So for another ice knife, with an 18, does that hit?
Yes, it hits exactly.
Okay. All right, so 10 points of piercing damage, and I need to know if he makes a dex save or not.
All right. Here it comes, guys. Drum roll. 6 plus 4 is a 10.
Woo! So he takes 19 damage total.
Dude. All right. Tell us
All
how
the
do
19s.
you want to do this?
Yes. I want to say I get him in the mouth, and when the ice knife explodes, it just blows his face up.
Yeah, so you come in. He only had 1 point after when she hit him with that. That's why I was like, man, it's up to this roll. If I fail it, I figured if not, Sterling would have taken him out. Yeah, so you go in and you take him out, and when he dies, you guys see this big flash of green light, and you guys are all blinded. When you come to, what you've been looking at for the past 3 hours, apparently, which I was unaware, you all are sitting in the seat, and the old lady is in her rocking chair, or her chair there, and you guys are all sitting there, and she says, she almost has a frown on her face, because she looks at you and she says, "One is not among you."
Yeah, that was nobody's fault. No one could have foreseen that happening. It's such a tragedy that no one knows what happened to her.
Orb
Such a
exploded,
tragedy.
and
So,
Yeah, all we can do is your fault.
so
Hey,
she
you dropped us down a hole. It's kind of on you that she's not here anymore.
so you can see that her sadness, she like kind of seems to get over it very quickly, and she's like, but you made it, and I knew you could do it. And she goes over to grab some more milk in a bowl, and when she does, she pulls the string over the tapestry that was over the fireplace, and you can see a beautiful painting. She begins to hand you guys bowls of milk, and she says, "Drink up now before you're on your way." And when you look at the painting, you guys can see that the painting is her much younger, and she's holding a basket, and in the basket are 6 newborn tabaxis. Each of them, one of them catches your eye as having all the markings and features of your own, including the one that didn't come back with you. You can see that on the painting. And she hands you milk and says, "Ushers for you guys to be on your way."
So about that fire.
So if you guys can picture a person, like an old lady that has like some cats, like just regular cats, and she gives them some milk, and then she's sort of shooing them out the door, that's exactly how she's talking to you. Like, okay, come, you did so
we're the
good.
crazy cat lady's cats?
It's almost like as if someone brought in a cat to take care of a mouse. The cat took care of the mouse, and now they're like, okay, go outside now. And she's, as you're asking questions, she tends to ignore those and sort of
Well, I
says,
guess I'm gonna drink some milk and be on my way then.
so, does anybody, so what I need to know, anybody that leaves, do any of you take some milk with you?
I'm definitely
will.
fucking taking that milk again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll definitely drink the milk
So-
this time. Last time didn't end up so well for me.
So when Kaya, so real quick, I'll run through and y'all let me know your last action before exiting the house. Shalea, what do you want to do before exiting the house?
So I'm going to take a drink of it. Oh, so about the whole fiery death thing that you're now pushing us out into, oh, okay. And then
And she's like, "You're so strong. Be on your way." And then she looks at Kaya, and or I'm sorry, it's your last action in the house that you want to do before you go outside.
I'm gonna take a quick sip of milk
Yeah.
and then take off
Yeah.
with the bowl of it.
Absolutely. And Drum doesn't say anything because Drum is full of shards left behind. Sterling, you're up.
yeah, it's a shame how that happened. No idea how that happened.
I'm
Completely
just gonna
unavoidable. That.
Real quick, and I'll just step outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Jape, what any action you want to do before stepping outside?
I'm gonna drink the milk. Let's drink that damn Kool-Aid.
All right. And Shaggy, anything you want to do, like punch her or whatever?
If it wasn't so late,
Yeah, I know that's what I was thinking.
I-
It's pretty late,
I
man.
would attack the shit out of her right now.
Yeah.
But
She apparently is our mother, so
I'm gonna. Well, a shitty mother dropped us down an 80-foot hole. I'm gonna. Fine, I'll take a sip of the.
Didn't you say you were an orphan?
I'll take a sip.
Hey, Shaggy, wasn't your character's backstory that you were an orphan?
No, I don't.
accidental canonical.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. So what do you do, man?
My Outlander. Yeah, I'm gonna like eyeball her and just like take 2 licks out of the bowl and then like dump it and then walk out.
Yeah. Okay. So those of you that come out, you can see there's sort of 2 parts to this. When you come out, you can see that the forest looks unharmed. If those of you that go back into the woods on the trail that you were on to start with, everything that you saw, all the devastation, there's no sign of it having ever had happened.
Bitch made us all think there was a forest fire to get us to come to dinner.
And also, any of you that wanted to keep some milk and have like a flask of milk or whatever, you basically have a potion of feather falling. So anybody that wanted that, you had that. And you'll see, so you had, 6 players. So if you want to get XP for the thing, it's going to be... Oh, really? Wait, it's got to be more than that. Okay, so if you guys are taking XP for it, you would have 650 XP. We can round it off and say 700 XP. So I think that bumps you like all the way to level 3, I think.
That's
No.
level 2.
Yeah,
Level 2 and like a half.
yeah.
Because I think 900 is level 3.
I can't believe that y'all did that whole thing and really never saw the map at all. Like I'm doing all this stuff on the map, y'all don't see any. I'm pinging stuff and that's what's interesting. Y'all are responding to that. Let me stop the stream real quick.